mic check, and all that. See how my levels is going. I see up in there already. Nova Ball, what's up? What's going on? Talk to me. Let me know how I'm sounding. I'm trying to mess around with the sound. Make sure we're good. Sunday, the Lord's Day. Yo, Pop Knot, what's up? The way he's killing you? No doubt. You got something lined up. Yeah, I gave you live. Mic check for Attic right quick. With the hoodie, with the fresh hoodie.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah. Looking good. No doubt. Let's get these shout outs going on. Adrian Poston, what's up? Joe Mac, OG, what's going on? Grand Wizard Sniper. It's a King David Day. What's going on? No doubt. We got Live Supremacy. What's going on next? What's going on, B. Lou? What's up? Then we got, all right, hold on. Oh, I messed up. Nova Bomb, 14 months. I'm always busy and missed the live show. Just want to say thanks for all the great content and have an awesome weekend. Salute. No doubt. Nintendo and the Otaku, $5 super chat. They are risen. Shout out to the three lords. Yo, you wild. Good for confidence, I know. And happy Easter to everyone who celebrates. This man really in his feelings because I don't like kids. Bro, enjoy your game, bro. Like, you gotta let things go. You don't ever let no man take your joy because I don't like your game. They gotta impress me. I'm not impressed. Gotta live with it. It's all good though. Live Supremacy, what's going on? One Pint Johnny. Salute. You already know. Just wanted to make sure. Shout out to the TCL beta. Yo, I was already. It's gonna be a fun one. Gonna have a special guest, maybe Easter Sunday. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what's going on. We got Saul for a limited time, but it should be good. But anyway, let me give y'all some Dallas bars. We're actually in this hoodie mode. We're in this dark attic mode. You gotta see the hoodie. You got it. Crazy. Yeah, he on the phone or something. Anyway. Oh man, Hector the Macho Man, $5 super.
I'm here. I just gotta find a way to fix this.
What are you doing? The setup. Hector the Macho Man, $5 super chat. All hail the Lord. Sony fanboys are coming out from under the rocks to talk about how Redfall looks, but you hating from the outside the club you can't get. Yo, you hating from the outside the club you can't get in. Wow. All right, I see how people feel. Yeah, I don't know if that's the topic, but I'm sure it will come up on some level. So yeah, we got the Lords on the Easter Sunday. Maybe a special guest popping through. Should be fun. And we'll hit you with some Dallas bars. We will be right back.
Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look, y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't want to be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they want to compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rains. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter, but I'm anti-social. Love my city, but I'm still bi-coastal. I got let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I want to do?
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm just
Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gonna hold you, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for you. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So Look, y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I'm addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter but I'm anti-social. Love my city but I'm still bi-coastal. I got, nah, let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do?
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm
Keep
just
that going. Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold ya, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for ya. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's, whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look, y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I'm addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter but I'm anti-social. Love my city but I'm still bi-coastal. I got, nah, let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do?
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm
Keep
just
that
super
going. Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold ya, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for ya. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's, whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look, y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I'm addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter but I'm anti-social. Love my city but I'm still bi-coastal. I got, nah, let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do?
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm
Keep
just
that
super
going. Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold ya, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for ya. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's, whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look, Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rains. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter, but I'm anti-social. Love my city, but I'm still bi-coastal. I got, nah, let's switch that up.
What is you
What I
doing?
wanna do
Don't
is-
stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm
Keep
just
that,
super
keep that, keep that going, keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dog, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold you, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for you. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's, whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rains. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter, but I'm anti-social. Love my city, but I'm still bi-coastal. I got, nah, let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do
Don't
is-
stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm
Keep
just
that,
super
keep that, keep that going, keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dog, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold you, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for you. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's, whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Let you know that your dreams are pursuable. Whatever you wanna do, then it's doable. If you got work on a Sunday, it's suitable. Cause you can listen to this in your cubicle on the Lord's Day. Woo. If you got work on a Sunday, it's suitable, cause you can listen to this in your cubicle on the Lord's Day.
Yo, mic check. That intro was fire. Y'all ain't hear all them bars?
Man,
Man, hear all that? That was crazy.
That was me. I told Cog, you guys don't deserve that.
Wow.
Yo, mic check. Make sure that the rugged hair's good.
That's Attic with the hoodie spitting
With
Bob.
the hoodie he was hitting the L bars. Yeah, good mic check. Give me a mic check real quick, so.
Yo, what's good?
Yeah, there we go. We is back in the realm.
He said we is back.
We is back. Hear ye, happy Easter and all that. And we are live. Welcome to the Iron Lords Podcast, LLC, and also live on LordsOfGaming.net. Episode number 299. One away from something.
Yeah. So first off, I want to be very transparent. Don't be expecting crazy stuff, but we got some good stuff lined up for 300.
Don't
Expect that crazy. Expect that crazy.
Why we can't expect crazy? Why you?
Because you know how people are, that they'll expect like huge, massive guests. It's like, look, we have dedicated all of our 300th episode to the community. So yeah, it is. I think you guys are gonna enjoy it, man.
No doubt. So it's another glorious Sunday. We're back at the round table on the Lord's Day, and today we've got PlayStation handheld rumors, a competitor to Steam Deck, Sony upset with the CMA, JosephStaten leaving Microsoft, Rise 2 rumors, and ID at Xbox Showcase to discuss, so we're going to get right into it. So let's introduce the four horsemen of gaming, those original lords of the realm here at the round table. Why are their cars driving when I'm talking? My co-host with the co-most, my brother from another mother, the difficult game conqueror, lord of his own world, and the how of the young wolf. My man, Lord Addict of the Addict Show. How we doing, sir?
Doing pretty good. First off, I want to appreciate everyone for supporting us on the reactions, Patreon in general. You guys have been pulling up there pretty strong. You know, we got Saul reacting to Rangeku versus, I'm not even going to butcher his name, but it's the third demon in Demon Slayer. A lot of you seem to enjoy Akaza. Yes, a lot of you seem to enjoy that, so we're going to be doing more of that. You know,
it was funny as hell.
Eventually get Cog in on the music stuff, you know, working with him on that.
I got heavy metal, my Green Day.
Yeah, and I want to, you know, shout out to Mario. Yeah, I'm gonna make this very quick. Guys need to go watch it. They did a fantastic job with just about everything. I don't know what the critics in Hollywood are on. I think that's mainly because a lot of them probably ain't like gamers and they didn't really pick up a lot of those Easter eggs that was in it. But it is what it is. They voted that. I'm telling you not to look at that and just go watch it because we can't scream for these people to stay true to the script and then you gamers don't show up. So they made something for us.
Opening anime, it surpassed Frozen 2.
So
yeah, these gamers showed up. So they showed up with a game dedicated to gamers. So you need to go watch that movie. And that's all I'm pretty much going to say.
No doubt. Mario out there, co-sign.
It's good. It's really, really good.
R&R with the Lords Tuesday at 5 p.m.
Woo! Plug. No doubt. And of course, we have our most technical gaming lord, the solo gamer lives for the single player selfish experience, and also the Softstradamus, the Lord of Clarity and Lord Patron of the Iron Bank, newly PC Master Race, Lord Sovereign. How we doing, sir?
Do it a little bit under the weather, a little, you know, sounding a little phonicky here.
Welcome to the club.
I know.
Everybody goes through something. Yeah.
A little something as spring, you know, arrives.
You know, New York weather change.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Be like 30 one day and like, you know, whatever, it's 70 the next.
75 the next day.
Whole new outfit the next day.
Instantly sick.
Yep, facts.
I had on that fishnet shirt. I was running through the street. It was crazy.
Chill. Why you got fish that shit? Chill. We're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna tie
That shirt.
That's your jogging attire.
Yeah, you go outside with the mesh shirt jogging.
80s inspired.
You got the Rastafari.
Yeah, you gotta have the tall socks. You gotta have the tank top.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
you gotta have the socks up to your kneecaps.
Yeah, the tennis sneakers.
Oh man. What's going on, Sal?
Yeah, chilling, man, chilling. Saw Mario yesterday.
Nice.
Enjoyed it a lot, despite hacking up along during most of the movie. But took Lady Sav to go see it. The niece and the nephew as well. First time they went to go to iPic, so they were excited.
Oh, you took them to that bougie?
Yeah, they got the bougie experience. They were like, I said, yeah, press that button right there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, wow.
Press the Smithers button and be
Smithers
serviced.
button.
Rather have more comfortable seating than a person that comes and waits on me hand and foot.
Yeah. How did you got used to that button? Don't front.
They were enjoying
it was nice. I really liked the seating arrangement that was at that one in Boston. Like it was really nice.
Yeah.
Boston one was nice.
Yeah, because it was Dolby Vision, Dolby Sound. Joint,
and they had seats built for people like me.
Oh, for the big boy
people,
seats.
like-
They had the big boy seats. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it was good. It was a good time. I think we got a new waiter, so he kind of messed up orders a little bit and got we got our food a little bit later than was expected. But overall,
that's what happens.
When you rely on the bouginess, that's what happens.
Damn,
it was good. It was good.
They got their food when the credits was coming up.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing. Mario's a short movie, so you're like, yo, hurry up, bro. It was good.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Bowser.
Did you get the Norma Jean, sir? Did you get
Of course I did,
the
sir.
Norma Jean? It's delicious.
My wife was like, you're not feeling well. Yes, I know. Thank you.
Thank
you for reminding me.
Did you get the Norma Jean with the shaker, with the extra big shaker?
Always. So he brought me. I said shaker. This is how he wasn't a great waiter, but I appreciate him because he actually cut one of the things off the bill because of the bad
Of his horrid service.
Yeah.
Continue.
So he brings me just a cup of it, and I'm like, I said shaker.
Oh.
And he's my bad. Sorry, I'll be back. I'm like, I'm not drink. You always get a shaker. Anybody who goes to iPic, get a shaker of anything that you're gonna drink because getting one cup of it is just ridiculous.
Makes no sense.
It's like $10 off the price of the shaker. So just get the shaker.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, got my Norma Jean, did that. Enjoyed the movie, it was a good time. And this week I've just played some Resident Evil 4. Bro, it's I'm really enjoying it. It is the only thing about my beef with it is that they made him so heavy. Like when he's running, he looks like he's weighed down by like 1,000 pounds. Even at his top speed, is like he's still heavy, and that's how they add to the the suspense and the fact that they have more enemies coming at you. But I'm like, why is this elite agent so heavy? But I get it. But overall, I'm really enjoying it.
Leon,
so that's what I've been playing
with that Gears of War levels.
Yeah.
Anyway, no doubt. And of course, we have the Incredible Hulk of this, aka the XS Gamer.
Ooh.
The prophet of Xbox.
Swami.
King of the statues, who demands nothing less than that premium experience and is the leader of the fraud alert movement.
Ooh.
Beloved Lord King, how we doing, sir?
I'm doing better than Javier Fortuna. He got knocked out yesterday. Mendoza gave him that dropped him, knocked him out, got him out of there. Shakur Stevenson walked over his duck. Keyshawn Davis walked over his duck. Top rank fighters, y'all be thinking y'all be out there doing it. Bob Arum be serving y'all up ducks, and then y'all get in there, fight real dudes, and get your head pinned off. So y'all know what it is. UFC was fighting yesterday. I didn't get a chance to see that.
Yes, gonna talk about that.
I thought it was a good.
Is he
good match? Super Mario Brothers.
Okay, let's get it.
The reason why the Rotten Tomato scores is what it is, and pardon my voice, I'm under the weather. Disney is bombarding them, right? They're trying to keep those the ratings low, so dudes will be like, "Nah, I ain't gonna go see that." It already surpassed their greatest movie so far, and it's on its way.
So it beat Frozen.
It beat Frozen 2. Frozen 1. I mean, Frozen 2 beat Frozen 1. It's already
tell my
beat
girl
it, and that was domestically.
So this is a shh. I'm trying to watch it Tuesday.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna spoil anything.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say you're in for the greatest treat as a fan. And if you were there from the 80s,
Yeah, man. Everything.
Yes,
Everything.
The
Everything.
love, the love.
The love.
Yes.
I mean,
The nuance.
just look all as
Yes,
you're
keep
watching the movie.
looking at
Look at
everything.
everything.
Mhm.
Listen for everything. Look
Yeah.
at everything.
Mhm.
It is fan service to the max.
Mayo Motto was there. He was there putting things here and there. Easter eggs all over. It's probably like 1 billion Easter eggs in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But this week I was playing Sifu. Shout out to the wonderful friends of the podcast, my brothers.
I see you
Run
using
Shaw,
an
Run
old-
Me Shaw.
I see you using an old technique. I wonder where you learned it from.
Bro, I got to this point. I recorded so many fight scenes. I got to a point when I was going down a hole.
Down the hallway.
It was which hallway was it? Was it the 3D hallway or the one that turned sideways?
The one that goes sideways.
Okay.
And I was 2-dimensional, and it was
Right.
like piece of rage joints
Mhm.
or some old. So this one dude, he thought he was going to catch me because he had got the glow in his hands. He was like, yeah. I parried his glow, punched him in the face, picked up the blade off the floor, sliced his face, and took him out of there. It felt so good. Now I'm at a point right now with this lady who likes to throw this chain.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Bro. I turned it off.
Why you turned it off?
I turned it off because I said today I'm not gonna be
He
frustrated.
got there at 20 years old and left at 80.
And left that that
There's
age
no
went up.
lie.
Yeah.
I got there at 30 years old and I'm 47 years old fighting this woman. The other one with the kunai, it was no problem. She threw the kunai. I caught the kunai. I threw it back. Not this one. Bro, it is a dope game. Of course, Fortnite, and that's about it. Chilling.
No doubt, no doubt. Salute to you. And of course, we have the gaming ninja himself, the Shinobi, LordCognito, spreading that realness in the realm of the IOP, not telling you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. Shout out to Fine Dude. Shout out to Dustin with some of the best thumbnails in the game. Got me looking like Dominican Barrett. Dominican Barrett, Dímelo Papi, Dímelo Cloud.
He looked like a brolic Romeo Santos.
Yo, shout out to Dustin. They got me outside. I was like,
anytime you're gonna start saying sucker.
the Mr. T out here, yeah, that joint was crazy. Check us out. We was talking about if PlayStation is blocking Xbox games. It was kind of a funny topic. So we had that. Shout out to Bartis and the Last Word, Travis. Actually, Bartis is on vacay right now, but he was able to do a Last Word with us, catching up with all the sandbox updates, all that good stuff. As far as me, yes, Sifu as well. Midnight Sun's been going hard. Finished the Mobius quest now. Now I'm just leveling people up. Destiny, getting my raid in there. I'm playing a lot of Destiny, actually. And
Yeah,
then,
Morbius?
Oh, yeah, Morbius is it. Yo, I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't watch the movie.
Yeah.
The Midnight Suns voice actor, I know, I heard. The Midnight Suns voice actors are so good. And when you, as the hunter who knows nothing about them, is asking them a question, well, how about your powers? What does this mean? What's the living vampire? You like a vamp? Like, the way they break it down, like, makes me love the character. I'm like, yo, I want to kind of know about him now. But now y'all got me scared. Everybody say the movie is
Oh, so, the movie is not all that great.
Yeah.
But the character is, he's one of my favorites.
Yeah. So we got that. I've been rocking that. And then real quick, Izzy, yo, Israel Adesanya. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a fraud for a little cock. I thought you was gonna get destroyed. Because the reason why is Alex Pereira, he's a beast. He does the kickboxing. He's been a dominant person. He's literally your mirror, but bigger. And it's funny. But the thing is, usually, you know how I go, King. We've been there for the twos, the Roy Tarver twos, the Vernon Forrest Sugar Shake. Like, usually there's that dude that skill set wise is just that guy. Then this guy beat you like 3 times. His son did all this. So in my mind, I was like, yeah, this is probably going to be the breaking down. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be the breakdown. And it's sad because I like Izzy. So I was like, first he was kind of tentative. But there was a moment, D, where he just said, you know that effort moment? And I'm going to stay in the pocket.
Yep.
And I'm not scared of you. Because let's be real, this dude is stalking you. Bigger dude stalking you. Anyway, got him to the case. And it looked spooky, but he held up. And he just, you bite the teeth down.
Yeah.
And he just caught him. He stretched his, but he had one of the most disrespectful finishing I dated you celebrations with the arrow Bro,
Oh my God.
the fact that he thought about what he was going to do and visualized his greatness. Salute to him. One of the best speeches I've ever heard at the end of the match. You couldn't get him more. Then he even got the sun back. He got the sun back. Remember the sun was clowning him?
The sun
doing the
clowned
fall
him.
asleep?
Yeah, he did this lean, this fallout knockout thing.
Yeah.
He was a little kid. He was
Little
like
kid.
7 years old.
Yeah. No. It was payback. No, it was all Izzy.
He said, yeah, look at your daddy now.
Yeah, look at him now. Yo, I was so proud of him on that. And I got it. I wasn't a believer, and he did that.
I was a believer because in every fight Izzy has been beating him.
Yes,
It's a matter of Izzy getting tired, going up against the cage, or getting caught, and you know once you get tired you make mistakes, right? In this case, same thing kind of thing happened. Izzy was in his face in the pocket. I was like, okay, he's not afraid of him. He's willing to exchange. Just do not put your back against that cage.
Yeah, he did, but he bit down.
He hurt his leg, and then Izzy started moving back, and you realize don't move back. If you move back, he's too much of a stalker. He's gonna set up a lot of little pockets for him to attack you. And he was in, same as the way the first fight ended was the same thing. Izzy up on the cage, hands up.
Yeah.
But he was awake this time. He wasn't knocked out on his feet.
Yep.
And he just caught him right on the temple one time with a counter punch. Threw the equilibrium off and just came right back with the same exact punch.
Izzy just threw hands.
Hammer fisted him.
Yeah, he needed that hammer fist for his soul. That was the Dan Henderson hammer fist. I got to take you up out of here. I got to get you up out of here, son.
I got to kill you. So I got to say, because to lose 3 times to somebody,
the mental
lesser fighters, lesser fighters would he's just in your head and that's it, no matter what.
Correct.
And he did it. So now I don't know that if they fight again, I don't know.
I heard Pereira's not. I heard Pereira's going up. He can't.
He's going up.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah, that makes sense too. He would be.
Yeah, he taking his wins. He leaving.
Yeah.
Let's go to light heavy.
Let's move on because Addict falls asleep. So, real quick. So we got that no ILP poll last year. I forgot. We had the technical issues, so I forgot. Apologies on the cog. We will make it right this week with a new poll question, which will have results. We'll do that. We do have a Patreon question. Should we do the Patreon question, or do you want to do the super chats now? So
do the Patreon question.
All right, Patreon question for us right now. And I'm not gonna butcher the name, so I'm not even gonna try it. But I'm gonna listen to the video you sent me. You know who you are, and I'm gonna get your name pronunciation correct because I'm not soft. With the news of another canceled E3 and PAX East under our belts, it got me thinking: what would it look like if Xbox hosted an event in a similar vein to the 360 Zero Hour? It doesn't have to be a console launch specifically, a celebratory event. APK deal goes through, or Xbox celebrates having games again. Who cares? Pick a reason. What does that event look like? Do people show? Is it less or more popular now than it was before? Does it pop off and turn into Microsoft versions of Burning Man in the middle of the desert? Curious about the Lord's thoughts on a console-specific game festival. Anybody can get it.
Microsoft won't do it because financially they realize that they can do little tiny events with controlled scenes and make it look like giant events and still control the narrative and save money. So nothing like that happened.
Thoughts on an event, Sav?
Yeah, I mean, they've done stuff like that for console launches. I could see something cool like that. I remember the event out in the desert. I think it was for the 360 launch or something like that, out in like an airplane hangar or something.
That was years ago when people were spending money.
When people were spending that type of money. I just think the landscape is different. Like King said, it's like there's no need to spend that amount of money to get the message out and still see the same results or even better results, right? So I don't see it. I would love to do it because what worries me about E3 going away, even though there's still PAXs and we really enjoy PAXs, but it is that event, that industry event that's going to bring everybody together in a big way. Because unfortunately, what happens is throughout the industry, you're going to see the bigger publishers shy away from that sort of stuff. The smaller guys still need that spotlight on them. So they're going to make the time to go to a PAX. They're going to make the time to go to these smaller events because they're not charging them as much as and stuff like that. So unfortunately, the big event that is sort of encompassed by big games, I don't know if we're going to see as much of it. So for something that size, you need a bunch of big games to sort of promote that. And I don't know if that's going to happen. So I wish it were true and something like that would happen. I just don't know the reality is where we're at.
No doubt. Addict thoughts, big event.
I personally, selfishly, I don't want anything like E3 to go away. I want them to, go above and beyond. but the only reason people needed to go above and beyond was because everyone else was there. I think if individual publishers are making their own event, they don't need to go above and beyond because they're the only people there. It's not like, you know, when you're doing E3 and you feel like you have to compete with PlayStation, so you go bigger than you think they're going to go. Like, you're picking the date. You can literally go anytime you want. So you're going to go when PlayStation's not there. So you don't have to go as big because you don't have anyone else around you that's going to soak up that news time.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I think I'll just jump in. I'm all about Xbox doing more events because I feel like with all the acquisitions, it's getting to the point now you can't name your show the Xbox, but that's the Activision. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that. So the console specific stuff, I think is what you said, Attic. Like, I think they can basically control the narrative by having their own pop-up show, you know, but not in person, but like, you know what I'm saying, through online. And if they do it online, you can, you know, you can do your, hey, we're celebrating Activision Blizzard. Hey, we're sitting down with Robert, or we're sitting down with Mikey Barra from Blizzard, and, you know, tell us what happens now, that kind of stuff. So I think that's kind of the deal. I'm not against in-person events. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against it, but I just think it makes more financial sense at this point, based on what happened with the ESA and E3, for them not to do that. So that's where I'm at. Let's get this super chat, man.
No doubt.
Get that smooth voice before you go.
Exactly. The extra deep baritone. Yeah. We got Hector the Macho Man, $5 super chat. All hail the Lords. Sony fanboys are coming out from under the rock to talk about how Redfall looks, but you hating from the outside the club. You can get in. You can't get in.
Probably.
You can't get in. Yeah. I mean, you can't. You don't want to get in, but you can. That's maybe a different thing. Everybody's welcome in this club.
Hilarious.
Then we got Nintendo the Otaku, $5 super chat. They are risen. Chill. Shout out to the 3 lords. Chill. Putting out the government.
Yeah,
shout out to the 3 lords and
don't do that. He on time out for that.
But I don't. Also, happy Easter to everyone who celebrates. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Likewise to you.
No
That's
doubt.
your why doing that for?
He big mad. He ain't like I went in on his Tears of the Kingdom. He not feeling that.
Then we have Nintendo the Otaku once again, $5 super chat. Reminder that Nintendo will have Game of the Year and the biggest movie of the year 2023.
Yeah, the movie for sure. For movie, what I'm hearing is for sure.
Yeah.
No doubt.
We have B. Lou, member for 19 months, Lord Bronze. Shout out to the Lords. Lou Boo. Yeah, shout out to Lou.
Hey, Saul, I know you want to be here a little bit. Our guest is here. I'll finish the super chats after you leave.
Cool.
Okay. I mean, cool. So you want to just do, all right, that's perfect. Let me finish this last one. Shout out to the Lord. Salute to Izzy for reclaiming in epic fashion. Also, Shakur is amazing. Y'all keep killing it, no doubt. So cool. We can stop here and
get it, yo. So we got like a special guest. A new challenger has arrived. He's muted on Zoom, but hopefully he can unmute his Zoom. So
real quick, Saul, what was the last super chat?
Monster Pontes is the next one.
No doubt. Is that the legendary? Is that the insider? Let's see if we can hear him. He's unmuted. Okay.
Oh,
yes.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
Lord Tom, can you hear us, sir?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yes, I hear you. The legendary. You know what this reminds me of, King? You remember like the guy, like, don't get taken this the wrong way, Tom. Like the guy that snitched, and then they got they got the voiceover, and you just hear the voice, you hear the sultry voice. He tells you all the inside information.
They got him behind the curtain.
We need the voice modulator.
We need the voice modulator for Tom.
I did see the UFOs. The UFOs are in now, Tom doesn't have on his camera because remember I took his eyebrows.
Oh my God. Lord Tom, an absolute pleasure for you to make it, man. We're gonna get right into it because we gotta respect Saul's time. Obviously in your time. So well, some big news that you broke this week. PlayStation Handheld, man. Codename Q Lite. You know, the next piece of Sony hardware. You had a lot of stuff to say in reference to that. So just for those who are unaware of this amazing, kind of news you broke on Inside Gaming, tell people what's the thought process here as far as Sony's thinking, and then how this may relate to the PlayStation 5 Pro.
Man, so I think in terms of this even being successful straight away it's going to need to be cheap, right? And that's why I'm looking forward to King's predictions on what the price is going to be, because yeah, it's going to need to be cheap. It's going to use remote play instead of like traditional cloud. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I did say in the report it is going to release between the PlayStation 5 Pro, which is the end of 2024 at the moment, and between the new PlayStation 5, which is going to have a detachable disk drive towards the end of this year. But yeah, at this moment in time, it is going to release towards the end of this year. So a lot of people said it's going to be 2024, but at the moment it's looking like November.
Wow. So we're looking at this. So one would tend to speculate, Tom, that this seems to be whatever the next Sony showcase should be huge, because you're talking about a lot of hardware reveals. I mean,
your face, King.
I'm just laughing. They putting out all this hardware with no games.
Excuse me, sir. Anyway, no, because
Sony don't got games.
You out of pocket. Anyway, so basically, you know, we knew about the detachable disk drive, like you said. You know, then you said there's a Project Nomad, what I believe is like wireless earphones. Is that correct, Tom?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, and then
the Nomad is the earbuds and the Voyager is the headset.
Is the headset?
Which are, yeah, and those are also coming towards the end of the year. So, yeah, whatever this next showcase is going to be, it seems like it is going to be a pretty big one.
Wow.
I know Grubb said that it was going to be like the next phase of PlayStation, which it seems like it is going to be. But I mean, we've got to see some games, so. It's going to be interesting,
yeah, very interesting, because again, you're talking about like a very serious hardware rollout, and then now if that's this year, and then potentially, again, according to your sources, potentially a PS5 Pro. Are we thinking holiday 2024? What are we thinking PS5 Pro? Stop laughing, King.
Yeah, at the moment it's holiday 24. Obviously, with the things that go on with development, that could be pushed back, but I would expect that we could hear probably about the Pro, the next showcase, which we could expect to be summertime next year or whatever it's going to be.
Okay. Soph, what's your thoughts? Because I know your time's limited, Soph. I wanted to get your thoughts here. Like, what are you thinking about all this with, you know, this hardware, a PlayStation handheld? Is this appeal to you? Where you at with all this, huh?
I mean, for me personally, I've always, no matter how good my internet connection is and my home connection is super good, I've never had an experience that I kind of consider to be acceptable for me in terms of either just cloud gaming or even sort of, what's it called? What's the PlayStation version called of it?
Oh, you talk about like the remote play or
remote play? Remote play, yeah. I've just never. It's never when I tried to do it on the Vita or whatever. I just never had a great experience with it. With Vita, there was other limitations, whereas the control schemes weren't the same and stuff like that. It needed to use the back whatever button thing. So for me, it's just interesting that. Again, we saw this recent release with the what the heck is the other one that came out for that is
the Logitech G Cloud?
The Logitech, right? The G Cloud, and I saw that. I said, "Who is this for?" And obviously, it did what it did, and certain people love it. But for me, this thing that's an extent, I agree wholeheartedly with creating a machine that is an extension of that ecosystem and allows you to make the ecosystem completely fluid, right? Where I don't see the benefit is if it is a pricey, cloud-based, remote play-based thing that's going to technically give you an inferior experience for whatever X amount of dollars they want to charge you for it. I would have preferred if they invest wholesomely in making something stronger locally, right? That allows you to play the games locally, natively. Give me, a PS4 Pro level sort of power-wise, right?
That's a lot of price.
But,
a lot of native
but
hardware. Another
but
SKUs
again,
off.
That's a lot to ask.
It's a lot to ask.
It is a lot to ask for, but I'm
Vita
not asking for separate games, right?
Okay.
I want something just like a Steam that's an extension of that ecosystem that allows me to take it anywhere I want. This thing, I don't know how appealing it is to everyone. Again, it has to do with, you know,
Sounds
internet
like a
speeds
passion
and stuff
project.
like that. It sounds
here
like
we go.
it sounds like a possible L in the making, unless behind the scenes, you know, the guts of it behind, you know, it's working to a point where the experience is excellent. If that is the case, cool. I can see, you know, we've talked about Microsoft with this, doing something like this or whatever. To me, I see the benefit in creating the powerful portable that extends the ecosystem and lets you play those games locally, as opposed to it constantly having to be connected in some way, shape, or form. I don't think we're there yet. They keep putting these machines out in an environment where that isn't the norm yet.
Sounds like a PSP Go, don't it?
Oh my god.
Yeah, PSP Go to the bushes.
Oh my god.
So for me, I don't think we're there yet where it's viable to sell. In a world where they just sold me a $550 headset that's more expensive
drop the
than
price.
the base console, I fear that PlayStation isn't going to read the room and charge me an excessive amount of money for this thing that is essentially a cloud extension of their ecosystem rather than a bespoke.
Nah, you want to play these
machine.
bangers, you're gonna have to get in there.
So I don't know. To me, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But we'll see.
Yeah.
So nothing tempts you. No, there's nothing right now that would move you into.
It's not local. I don't need it. It's fine. And this is as a guy who can't play his PlayStation unless he's home, and he's never home, right? I just don't. You know, for me at work, I don't have the greatest internet, so it doesn't work well for me.
Gotcha.
So it would have to be. I would want the bespoke, local, you know, machine that is powerful enough for those games to look decent at that resolution, at that size. So again. And I would be willing to pay maybe an exorbitant amount of money for it.
See, I think that's the issue, though, is how many people are willing to pay that.
Right.
And, you know, just because you got certain people who do that, because you got to keep them on, they're competing with the Steam Deck.
Right.
They're competing with whatever the successors on the Switch, because we know that's happening eventually. There's a successor on the Switch. Can they compete in that market if the price is too priced out? You know, and I think it's debatable at that point, and especially. Go ahead.
No, but that's the thing. I worry about them price wise, no matter what the machine is. If it was a local machine like a Steam Deck or whatever, the price would be crazy. So I just worry that the price is gonna be crazy anyway.
So Tom, I don't know if you know about your sources, but what about that? What if a nice little sweet 300 or 300 and less?
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get.
You wasn't privy to that.
No. But what I will say is that I think that we all set ourselves up for disappointment with this. With like the ASUSROGAlly, there was rumors that they're making that to compete with a new PlayStation handheld and all of this kind of stuff. So I think we just set ourselves up for disappointment. But I think if you look at the Q-Lite as an accessory and not a handheld, then things start to change a little bit. By the end of this year, there's probably going to be 45 to 50 million PlayStation 5s on the market.
Right.
So already they have the accessory to complement that market, right? And if this is going to be $150 to $200, because essentially it is just going to be.
It's a nice price, Tom. I like that 150, 200.
Well,
do you think that's realistic though, Tom? Like, do you think that in the market today is realistic?
I think around 200 would be realistic, because essentially all this is a DualSense controller.
But I'm assuming it's gonna have a touch screen on it.
It's gonna be $399
with the DualSense technology in it. Like I feel like $250, $299.
It's going to be $399.
Oh, here we go.
now
Here comes the proclamations.
Y'all can write it on the wall.
We betting Tom. We betting Tom again.
Listen.
I agree with King on this one.
Oh wait.
Okay.
Wait, y'all think they gonna charge $3? I'm gonna let you go to for streaming only.
I'm not saying 400. I see 250.
How much is the what
300?
How much is the Logitech? How much is
that Logitech?
How much?
350.
I think it's about 3. So I gotta ask.
350.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
PlayStation said our name $50 more, $399 guaranteed. Y'all can write that down.
$399.
$390 guaranteed.
Tom,
$399.
thought, please.
If it's $399, I will personally buy you one.
Oh,
Well, listen,
bend the
very
knee.
good.
Bend the knee again with Tom Henderson
I'm
versus
gonna hit
King.
you. I'm gonna
Let's
hit
go.
you in the DMs with my address. But remember, you said this. I didn't. I'm telling you, $399. That's.
Man,
I know these dudes.
I
know
hope it's
these
not
dudes.
$399 because we're never gonna shut King up.
We
if he
never-
raises the
Listen,
price
I
of
know
this
these
thing.
dudes like the back of my hand. I told you that PSVR was gonna be $6. Surprise! Who's here? Yeah. So I
No,
told y'all.
you said the PSVR was gonna be $1,000.
No, I said it's $1,200. You got to add in that PlayStation 5. I was dead on. Boom, that happened. That was there. So we ain't gonna act like I ain't been right on price. I just know these dudes, and I know they don't care about y'all. So y'all all be sitting out there talking about these low numbers. Yeah, $399.
Since we're talking about bets and stuff, Tom, I got a question for you real quick. Do you got any inside knowledge on whether or not that Spider-Man 2 or Wolverine's going to be PlayStation 4 or 5?
Oh Lord, here we go.
No, I don't.
I was like, you know, this is gonna be.
I be trying to get them knees early.
Me and King, we have a little, bend the knee going on that. I'm saying both of those games are going to be PlayStation 5 only, and King's saying they're going to be cross-play.
I'm saying as soon as this ABK deal go through, everything is off the desk. Everything. And we getting all the money we can get. And you scared to death right now because you keep asking about questions about a game. Let the game come out. Let it do what it's going to do. That's it. Stop running to everybody looking for a shirt. Tom.
Oh man, I'm trying. I'm trying to get my flowers now. Not 3 or 4 months.
What I want you to do is get that shea butter for them knees.
And you know what's going to be funny, Cog? I already know what's going to happen.
What's gonna happen?
They're going to announce this for PlayStation 5. People are like, I need to see the game come out.
Yo, you know he's gonna do that. If he gonna go to the
announce
end.
it for PlayStation 5. The day it come out, Jim Ryan gonna say, and for my PlayStation 4 users, we didn't leave you behind. You can download it right now digitally. And you're gonna go, no, King, no. And you're gonna melt, and I'm just gonna watch you, and I'm gonna say, see, I told you wasn't worth it.
So look, King, get your balls off on this topic.
All right.
So what do you think about this? The cute light PlayStation handheld. Tom Henderson, Inside Gaming, broke the story.
It's a stupid handheld. It is. All right, so what are you saying? I'm playing on my PlayStation. I got to get up and go to the toilet. Hold on, let me go grab this little thing because I got to be on the same Wi-Fi as this stupid little thing, and I got to go to the bathroom. Or I'm going to play on my PlayStation 5, and I want to sit on the deck and watch the children while they play. And I'm just outside in the sun playing. This is for who? Who want to play on their same Wi-Fi in their house? Remote play hasn't been good. It's not a good thing. It's a passion project. This sounds like another passion project. Somebody up there in Sony is running passion projects like that detachable, disk drive on a PlayStation. What is wrong with you? Who's green lighting these things? And I'm happy that it's happening.
Why are you happy?
Because remember when Sega started greenlighting a whole bunch of dumb stuff?
This is the beginning of the end for you then.
Check it. They greenlighted the VR. They greenlighted the handheld. They greenlighted the 3DX detachable joint. They greenlighted. Remember what was that joint called? It was the console with the CD on it. They greenlighted so much stuff they went bankrupt. Right? Why? Because they were selling to a market that nobody wanted it. Nobody wants this.
They feel it.
I don't hear nobody here saying, "Yo, yeah, man, I can't wait to get a hold of that handheld." $399? No. And you're going to have you guys that cap out there talking about, yeah, Sony coming out with it. Y'all didn't even buy the VR. Why? Because the VR, they announced 2 million was going to ship. They cut that by 1 million. And then after now, they talk about we're going to cut that by 20%. Bro, y'all not enough. Y'all not out there supporting. Y'all not buying VR. You're not going to buy this handheld. You're not going to buy the detachable baby unit. You're not going to
detachable baby unit.
That's right there to say, yo, let me get a portable stomach so we can put the disc inside. Nah, man, listen. Somebody's running y'all into the ground. Save that money.
This is an inside job. Are you implying that someone is trying to destroy Sony internally?
Is killing them from within with passion projects, bro. And who looked at this device and said,
Are we sure Phil Harrison isn't working there still?
Oh my Lord.
Could be.
Disrespectful.
I'm just saying, $399, Tom. I believe so. And it is what it is. We'll see.
Look,
but they never let me down.
Let me jump in because I know Saul's got to go too. But I just going to say, look, all right. I hear y'all. You know, the price point is going to be everything on whatever this thing is going to be. For me personally, you know, look, low-key, I might be interested, King. I know this going to surprise you, but it's just like, look, we know Nixus, the Steam Deck, and everything's coming to PC, right? But there is something to be said about playing your entire PlayStation 5 library on the go. And let's keep it a buck. The PS5 is one of the most beastiest, you know, it's a monstrosity of a console to be carrying around.
It's a murder weapon.
Yeah, like no one's lugging, hey guys, I'm bringing it over. Right. No one's doing it with that console. I do not like the size of that console. It's just ridiculous to me. So, you know, and I got to be real, I am a Vita dude. I used remote play a lot. The problem with said Vita was always, this was the only weakness to this thing.
With the 3GG?
The fact that you had to do this. This right here, this little molest.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Which didn't have, which didn't have the extra shifts. This is where Switch destroys them. This single shift right here was, they didn't have the form factor to replicate true full controller functionality. Remember, the analogs also didn't push in. Remember these? These were not buttons like how it is today. So we lost. They tried to map everything to this, and this was not it. That was the only weakness. So which Switch is superior to them. Right. Switch had the console factor. So all I'm saying is, look, I hear y'all. Solve, I hear you. Native device, and the fact that they made the Vita. It's like, damn, come on, Sony, invest. Y'all did this before. I'm with y'all. My thing is though, if you're telling me I can still remote in. And according to Tom, right, if it's like $250 less, some people may look at it. Depends. Let's say the device looks slick. Let's say if it's a really slick looking thing for the $200, and it's like, yo, you somewhere else you can remote it. Now, granted, I'm with you. We can't do this on the Acela train. We can't do this at the airport. I feel you. The functionality limiting is ridiculous. But let's just say, you know, Saab's going over. He's leaving right now. He's about to go. You know, Easter family thing. They getting on his nerves. You know, internet is okay. Yo, you get a couple trophies done.
I hear all
get
the hope
trophy.
in your heart.
Yo, I say this though, right? But I saw Kai doing it with his Steam Deck.
Yeah.
And it worked super well on the Steam Deck. I was surprised at the frame rate or everything like that. Again, so there's a possibility there, but the use case scenarios and the circumstances that have to be just right for it to work is just one of those things where I just think, like you said, it's very limiting. It's very limiting. And for me, none of those circumstances ever come into play with any sort of regularity. So that's just it for me. I relying on internet for a product to be worth the amount of money that they're asking for is a tough sell. It's a tough sell. Yeah. And that's it.
Yeah, so I mean, guys,
I think the odds of something like this succeeding, it just depends on how well they support it. I personally feel like the only way that PlayStation is able to really capitalize is they have to use their first party studios in different ways than they've currently done it. If you look at stuff like the Vita, you know, their core thing was we're gonna have the people that make our AAA titles make those games in a portable, different kind of scenario, and I think that was the wrong approach.
100%.
Look at Nintendo. When Nintendo does stuff, they're like, look, we're gonna make games that you could easily pause and you could pick up again in a couple hours. Like, we're gonna make very easily portable games. Pokemon, Animal Crossing. They have capitalized on Mario Kart. You know, they capitalize on these type of games. And to me, the only way it's going to work is if, you know, PlayStation goes out to all their studios and they're like, look, we need you to make more accessible portable games so we can put on these new platforms. But I don't think they're going to do that. This is exactly what they're going to do. They're going to walk up, King. They're going to look them up and be like, we want you to make PlayStation 5 games. We also want you to make PlayStation VR games. And we also want you to make sure all that snap works on this portable device that we got going.
It's just a streaming joint. They don't even got to configure for it. They don't have to make a new SKU for it. You know, I get what I get what you're saying though, but I do want to ask Tom, like on this last one, I know we move on from the subject, like just like what's your thoughts on this? Like as far as like the viability, maybe the potential, or is there something we're not seeing, you know, that you say, hey, you know what, this could work with their ecosystem? Just what's your personal thoughts on this potential rollout? Because they look like they're linking this with this, you know, this other hardware as well as PS5 Pro eventually.
I think it's only viable depending on the price, and that's it. And that's it. Towards the end of the year with this new console, which with the disc drive, I'm assuming it's going to be just like the regular price of the PS5 at the moment, like $500. If this handheld is going to just be an accessory and it's going to be 150, and then you bundle that with the PlayStation 5 for 650, maybe throw in Spider-Man 2 for 700.
You throw that in the packaging with a Spider-Man soft, and you give it in the box soft.
If their most expensive accessory now, apart from the PSVR 2 headset, is that whatever that DualSense Edge controller at almost $200. If you could hit that price point or below,
you said almost $200.
It is $200 actually.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, stop playing.
So if you could hit that price point or below, 100%, I can see the viability of it.
So check this out. All right. So I'm tired of hearing y'all.
Yeah, and then we gotta let Tom finish. But
and it's funny. I'm gonna let Tom finish. All right. Is this their first handheld?
No.
Not at all. Right? No. Right? Did they do all those stuff that y'all said they was gonna do the last time with the last handheld?
Pretty much.
They stopped supporting. Right?
Well, they stopped supporting because they had to build separate games for it. This is different.
And they got hacked. They stay home. Remember, they had to shut it down.
It's always an excuse.
But they were never going to support it that way. That's why we look at the PSVR 2 and we're like, because you see the similarities. This is different in that it really is just a price point thing. Because even if it sucks, if the price point is right. No, I don't trust them.
Thank you. That's all. This is.
I don't trust them to not charge me a lot of money for it.
I'm getting to the point where y'all keep acting like these dudes have ever done anything nice.
My thing is you're comparing it. It's literally apples and oranges because you're comparing it to what I want to as a bespoke. Give me something that has hardware in it.
King, don't let Saul talk to you like that.
No. Listen, even the PSP Go, you was able to download it to the hardware, right?
Right, but that was actual hardware. That was a PSP.
So now you got this little thing right now because this is somebody's passion project. They looked over and said, "Your streaming is the wave. We're gonna do this right here, and we're gonna give them the PlayStation flavor. It's gonna be $399.
It will be.
I know in a perfect world, you would love to run to the store, pick up the PlayStation 5, get the accessory like you call it. It's not. It's hardware, right? They want that.
But what if they pocket in the box, though? Son?
They're not pocketing nothing in no box.
You didn't let Tom finish. Tom, you said there could be potential.
Go for it. Tom, I am so sorry because you're going to be sending me this thing, so I do. I'm just going to sit back and let
Tom, you going to lose this bet to King?
No, I'm not going to lose it. No.
Let's go.
It's going to be $200.
You know, Tom.
Let him finish.
It's going to be packaged with the PlayStation 5. That's what I think. But I don't think that this is going to be a handheld where Sony are going to report sales figures and stuff like that. It's just going to be an accessory.
Wait. Y'all said y'all ain't gonna report sales figures. All right, y'all are wilding right now. You said the guy that all he talks about is numbers, right? Is not gonna report numbers on the handheld. And Tom, I know you saying this is not a handheld, right? Okay. Your source is right. The joint is coming. Your source, if he floated you the number, it's gonna be this. He wrong.
Now, this is one thing. This is one thing we haven't talked about, right? And to me,
they gotta make their money up though.
This is where they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot a little bit by making it like this. And maybe there's no other way of doing it. By not making it a cloud streaming device, just a remote play device, you're forced to have a PlayStation 5, right?
Yeah, baby.
You have to have a PlayStation 5.
That's true.
So then that additional cost, if it is excessive, makes it unappealing. To Tom's point, I don't know, man. Brand new hardware, however much of an accessory or an extension of it, I don't. Jimmy gonna look at that and be like, nope. We're not giving them that for free.
What about this, Mr. PC Master? All right, I feel you. You're right with the ecosystem lock that you would have to remote play into PlayStation. But what about? I mean, they have been embracing PC more so. Tom,
Yes.
do you think
Last of Us Part 1 is a prime example of how they've embraced them?
But
yeah,
Tom,
but
do
besides
you-
Last
do
of
you
Us Part
think-
1, the majority
Yeah.
of their games have functioned very
Do
well.
you
on
think
PC.
there will be any cross functionality with this device and their potential PC ports?
No.
Damn.
Oh,
No.
It's
That, see that?
From what I've seen, it's purely PlayStation 5.
So
I mean, things can change as it starts to materialize a bit more. But from what I've seen, it's remote play only.
You know, it's going to be funny. Tom ain't saying that he's already won this bet because he saw the promotion with the
Yeah, Tom got the
199 on
numbers.
it.
King is outta here.
Hey, listen, check it out. So when they did they slashed the forecast numbers on the PlayStation VR, Jim walked in the room and said, "Somebody gonna have to pay for this. Somebody gonna have to pay for this." So he was like, "Yo, we was gonna ship."
He's like,
this
it
thing-
ain't gonna be me.
we
It
was
ain't
gonna
gonna
ship
be
this
me.
thing at $199. So he said, "Yo, so if we push it to $399, we're gonna make our money back off of this VR that's busted." Yeah. Yo, all right. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna put it for $399. We're gonna recoup cash from over in this way, and then when we do a price drop for Black Friday for $50, they still think they're getting over. They not. I cannot wait for the $399 to hit. And I'm just gonna walk out. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna walk out the room. That's gonna be it for the podcast for the day.
So
I'm
you
just gonna go upstairs. And
$399.
I'm gonna text.
And-
I'm gonna text Tom. I'm gonna be like, "Thank you," and that's it. Because I know Sony want their money back. They just want their money
Lord.
back. That's all.
It's okay, Tom. Don't waver because King is
He made
famous
the bet. I
for
ain't say
making bets
anything.
off of emotion. He's famous for
I
it.
didn't say anything. I was minding my business, and he said, "Yo, if it's $399, I'll buy you one." Well, thank you. and listen, I would do a live unboxing.
Oh my Lord! Look, real quick, we got to talk about the other competitor in the ring, which is the final part of this topic,
All right.
which
Yeah,
is
I'm gonna
soft.
bounce. I have to
Yeah,
go.
you got to go soft. Do your thing,
Love
brother.
y'all. Happy
Love
Easter
you.
to all
Happy
the
Easter,
celebrating.
brother.
Way longer than he was
Yeah,
supposed
he
to.
stayed way long. I'm surprised he was
Tom,
still here.
pleasure. My
Good to you.
apologies for having to leave, but my wife will kill me if I
Yes,
stay.
yes, go. We'll talk to you later, Smooth. So yeah, the ROG Ally. You know what I'm saying? Asus. How do you always put up?
Yeah,
Asus, whatever.
Asus.
7-inch 16:9 display. No, 1080p resolution, 500 nits of brightness, 120 hertz refresh rate, which is compared to the Steam Deck, which lists at a 16:10, which is 1280 by 800, only 400 nits and 60 hertz refresh rate. The chip inside the ROG Ally, it uses AMD Zen 4 architecture with the powerful RDNA 3 graphics tech seen in recent GPUs. So it looks like some people do have their hands on it, at least on a prototype level. So let's start with Tom, man. I mean, obviously we're talking handhelds, so I figured this be, cool to have you get your thoughts on it. Do you look at this as a viable Steam Deck competitor? Are there anything that interests you about this device? Just what's your thoughts of the early impressions of what we're hearing about this device?
No, nothing interests me about it because I'd rather just buy the Steam Deck.
Ooh, why so?
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Just nothing is screaming by me with what they're with it. So yeah, I don't know. I think we're probably going to see a few more competitors come into the market over the course of the next couple of years. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But yeah, I at this moment in time, I'll just go for a Steam Deck. I think that a lot of people who want a handheld have probably already gone for the Steam Deck. So it's
fair enough.
I just can't see people forking out another $500-600
We're
or
thinking
whatever.
thinking 5-6 for the base model, being that they're promoting like what, double the performance of the Steam Deck.
$600.
Thinking 6. Okay. Potential. Skid-addict, Lord of Handheld here. Thoughts, on a Steam Deck competitor. I don't know if you got a chance to look at the Ally.
I'd rather watch Shazam again.
Oh my Lord. Jesus. No Steam Deck love, no Ally love, no handheld love.
Does it got Pokemon?
Oh, we talk about the games. Okay, fair enough. Well, technically,
I gotta see stuff. Like, I don't mind, I might throw jabs at the Steam Deck, but at least you have your Steam library to gravitate towards. Does this, access any type of library, like a PlayStation library or something? What does this access?
Well, I mean, it looks like you could obviously, it feels like Windows 11. You can put Steam, the OS on that. There are rumors of Xbox integration as far as Game Pass. Let that go.
Let that go.
Let that go.
So just to clarify, I got to pay $600-700.
I mean, we don't know the
The Game
official
Pass,
price
yeah.
yet. We don't know the price yet, but one could assume the rumors are they are advertising with the AMD, the Zen 4 and RDNA 3. They are advertising they are double the power of Steam Deck. So we just assuming based on these proclamations and what is it, Linus Tech, and what's my man Dave 2D, who have these prototype units and they're running these games at the high fidelity. One could assume that the base might be in that pocket, maybe 5, maybe 6. I don't
feel
know.
like because the Steam Deck, I feel like we're going to get flooded with these handheld things, and some are going to succeed, some are not going to succeed. I think the reason the Steam Deck, I think the reason the Steam Deck is successful is because it has Steam to capitalize on. It's got the verification of Steam handheld. I just don't see Steam. Like, here's the thing: you need a conglomerate of like Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, something that actually has some backing to succeed here. Just because you can download the OS, is it integrated into this thing?
Right. Well, I mean, that I don't know. I don't quite. There's going to be questions about the Asus UI,
and not to mention,
from the way they're talking about it. From what I heard, it seems like an easy integration. But again, I can't confirm officially. I could just go by what these videos.
I guess to me, it's just like if you're going to get something in that, you might as well just get the Steam Deck because it's already built into it. I feel like the majority of the people that's going to be buying these games, they're going to buy stuff that work more handheld anyway, like a lot of indie developing stuff, certain games that run well on the Steam Deck. I don't feel like the issue is the exclusive games to the platform or games that work on the platform or something. Like, it's not the power to me. There's a reason Switch outsells everything and it runs like a potato.
Right.
If you get the good games, everything else will come afterwards. Right. And it's like, with VR, with the handheld market, I'm tired of these people be like, we're going to bring it to you. We're going to let you play everyone else's stuff. We ain't going to worry about the games. We're going to worry about that later.
But that is the PC ecosystem mindset.
Oh, yeah, that's their model.
Their mindset is they want to have everything. I know what you're saying. You're saying
Asus doesn't make games though.
Yeah, they don't. You're right from a game standpoint, from a pure gamer standpoint. I just wanted to put you in the mindset of a PC enthusiast who's like, I like the games, but I want to play them at the highest fidelity. And all the bells.
Then play it on a PC.
Well,
no, you want it on the go.
I mean, but this thing is Zen 3. This is what this literally could be powerful PC itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're gonna pay half of your mortgage for it. So it's just like, look, like you want to go out there and it means that much to you. We got a product, whatever the hell the thing they just said it's called.
Ally.
And then if we got a product for you if you want to play on the go in general. It's called the PlayStation, the whatever the Steam Deck thing's called.
Oh, you talking about the Steam Deck.
And then we got the Switch for it if you want to play Nintendo's first party. But guess what? All of these don't have in common.
What?
Nintendo's library of exclusive game only for that platform that's outselling all these combined times 8. They're not touching those numbers.
Times 8.
Like, and at the end of the day, until you get those games, it's going to force people to go somewhere. You know what's funny? We go on this platform, and I see people scream from the top of their lungs on Twitter all day, exclusives bring people to the platforms. But for some reason, the handheld market, that don't count.
Well, we already know that exclusives don't matter. So it's
you talking about your Ryan statements. Okay.
It's just like, look, like if you want people to go to these platforms, you need platform exclusives to get people to go to these. Why is people going to spend an extra $200 to make their game run a little bit better? $200-300 when they could just buy a Steam Deck that already functions and has a close relationship with Steam, the people that actually buy the games from. And we got to talk about that in general. There's a lot of Steam fanboys, probably way more of them than there are Xbox and PlayStation fanboys. And good luck getting any of them to buy something that's not Steam affiliated on the PC market.
I mean, but the PC is open source. You can put whatever you want on whatever. So you could have the Steam. There's no.
I get that, but we see it right now. There's the Epic Game Store. There's the Windows.
You can do that. You can have all that.
But see, here's the thing.
All that on Ally.
all that exists on PC, and the Steam fanboys would rather go out and buy the game on Steam than download another platform to play it anywhere
and
else.
they could do the same thing. They could literally have this.
There's
nothing precluding it. But I understand your point on the mindset. I do want to get King on
thank you.
as far as the Ally, man. You know, Steam.
Love this machine.
Oh.
Yeah, Windows 11.
Oh, Windows 11 because Steam doesn't have.
It's marketed with Xbox. Hey, Tom, you saw the marketing on this one, right? Game Pass. Yeah. Microsoft don't need to go out and make a handheld. Why? They go and get the best video game console, like PC, laptop makers in the area. Make a console. Hey, Windows 11, you gonna rock with that? Here, and make sure Game Pass is in the box. Boom. One stop shop. You want to put Steam on it? Boom, whatever. It's double the power of the Steam Deck. So I'm thinking the thing is going to be like $550, $600. It's a high price tag for it, but at the same time, this thing goes to your TV.
Yes.
If you saw it, if you saw the whole, it's just like the Switch. It's as powerful. Well, it's way more powerful than Switch. As powerful as the Steam Deck, if not 2 times as powerful as the Steam Deck. You have the docking station, and you can play your games. Now, they was playing Game Pass right off the rip. So for all you capping Xbox dudes, oh, I want a handheld. Well, it's going to be showing up with Game Pass in the box. And you know what Microsoft said, right? Wherever, see, this is the difference between Microsoft and Sony.
Okay.
Sony wants to control the narrative and wants to control the hardware, right? They want to control that aspect of it. If they were making the ecosystem broader and open, as far as they saying, like, we want to be one-on-one with the PC, they really don't. They're just forced into this corner to do right? Microsoft literally doesn't care. If it's Game Pass over there, let it go over there. Oh, you launching a console? Here, put the Game Pass in there. What was that little streaming thing that came out and Game Pass is on there?
The Logitech G Cloud.
Yeah, the Logitech G. Microsoft doesn't care. Long as Game Pass, you want to have Game Pass there, you can play any game.
Right.
That's where the diversity comes from with them. I think this machine is going to work well for people that has Game Pass Ultimate. I think it's a very niche handheld. It's not going to sell in large quantities. It's going to be for those enthusiasts. Right. So I played that Steam Deck. I was on the train playing Tekken. Bro, it's a difference, right? It's not the Switch. This is some real step up to the next level. Play your games looking fantastic. Now, if this can outpace that,
they say it's double the power. And shout out to AKW. You can also attach, he said, the eGPU. So like those, I guess Asus has like, you know, your external, your 40, whatever, you know what I'm saying, your 3080s and all. Like you could even attach it on top of
what?
Yeah, that's they got they show. I saw what you call it, did something like that. I think it was Dave 2D. Look, I'll jump in. It's interesting. You know, this I got my eye on it. You know, as far as the Ally. You know, double performance of Steam Deck, very appealing. The price point is going to be key. Because my only thing is, I'll pay for the premium device. My issue is the storage. What's the base storage level?
1 terabyte, you thinking?
Because look, if Steam Deck, I'll defer to Tom on this. If Steam Deck, what was it, 512?
Yeah.
And that, I mean, it was like at that low. And I think Valve, correct me if I'm wrong, Valve is taking a loss on these, Tom, do we know? On the base level, Valve.
I'm not entirely sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if they are taking a loss.
Yeah. So they got that, and then they have the 1 tera. So if you're talking double, I'm with you, King. They may have to come in at 6, but if it's the only thing that would bother me if it's 6 for like 512, you know, megabyte, like gigs, you know, say I want that tera, but tera it costs, you know, memory does cost.
Could be the fast SSD inside.
I love the NVMe most likely be inside. I like the 1080p screen, 120 hertz. It's going to be super smooth. Here's the key, and I hear where Attic is coming from. You know what I mean? I just think that the audiences are not the same. You know what I'm saying? I don't think.
No.
Yeah, this is the PC audience is different. This is the enthusiast. And the key for me is going to be the fact that, look, as these games get more advanced, because even right now, trying to get Cyberpunk and all these other high fidelity games on Steam Deck, you got to do all this configuring. You still have to play at like 40 FPS, 30 FPS on some of these games, right? And it's about 2 years old now. So this seems to be the right timing for the next big jump.
Yeah.
And if they catch away with the device, looks slick.
And that's crazy because it just came out. The Steam Deck just came out.
I like the analog placement, kind of Xbox analog placement, like that. One pair of back buttons, no mouse touch pads, but I don't really use the mouse touch pads on the deck, to be honest. And they talk about they supporting VR, King, which is interesting.
It's powerful enough to do so.
Yeah, they talk, it's super quiet, because one thing I complain about the Steam Deck is when you're playing the Spider-Man, you're playing the high fidelity, it starts to take off.
Kick up, get that wind up.
Yeah, then we talk about the dual fans, you know what I'm saying, kind of thing for the cooling. We'll see. It depends on how they launch, the price point. I think it looks like a slick device. I don't know why they did April Fool's marketing. That was weird. I don't know why they did that.
That was stupid.
That was weird.
And they had to tell everybody this is not an April Fool's.
Yeah, they're like, this is real, y'all, but you did it to yourself.
So why would you do this on that day?
Yeah, because it was called a lie, and everyone thought a lie by April Fools. Crazy.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I didn't even catch it. A lie. Yeah. We shall see. But I got my eye on it. I'm not gonna hold you. But yeah, that's what we got, man. But again, I want to thank legendary Tom Henderson, Inside Gaming, giving us a little time, playing into our little mystery guest fun. Brother, we got to get you back in the realm the correct way. Maybe one day with a camera. But I respect your Inside Gaming.
I'm gonna keep a secret.
Keep the secret. But look, man, I love the reporter. You've been apps.
We're gonna find out one day Tom's actually Jeff.
We're gonna see what's going on.
Voice change
modulate. But look, man, brother, you're doing a phenomenal job with the inside sourcing, and you've just been on fire, man. Everyone respects you in the industry. So where can people find you? Tell us about your platform. Tell us about Inside Gaming before you go.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter. Just search Tom Henderson, because the handle's @_Tom_Henderson_ because I've had 6 accounts now.
Oh, they coming for you. Sony trying to get you.
Yeah.
This guy knows too much. So let me tell you, I had to cut you. I know you real because you're one of the only people who have correct PlayStation sourcing. Yeah. That is rare. Normally Xbox, for some reason, I don't know, man. People are in the building telling, but nobody gets Sony's, and you've been on fire. So hopefully you don't have to make too many accounts. Continue.
Yeah, and then the website InsiderGaming.com. That's where all the reporting goes. Do not ask me questions on Twitter and DMs and stuff, because if I know something, I'm going to report on it on the website. Just you got to get them clicks. And pay for that.
No doubt.
$400 QLite, I guess.
According to Kid, ask him a question.
Ask a question real quick, Tom. I've always wondered, your sources and stuff.
Yeah.
Knowing that you have like a website and you're very keen on reporting leaks and stuff, do you ever feel like some people slowly start to distance themselves from you in the industry? Or do you feel like the people you generally go to know you're going to leak it and they're okay with it?
Yeah, so with leaking, I've never approached anyone to ask for information. They've always come to me knowing that the information is going to get leaked.
Wait, Tom, they out here telling?
Yeah.
Because this is the not to cut you. This is a great topic. This is one of the things I wanted to ask. Right. I'm going to have you in the realm officially, but being that addict opened up the Pandora's box. The question is, because I've seen the dialogue between you and some friends of mine and stuff, and it seems to be this ethical thing about whether you should or shouldn't be doing it. But according to just now, what you're saying is people are coming up to you to relay information. Is that correct?
Yeah, of course. With ethics, I mean, I don't want to dive in it too much because it's quite a rabbit hole of talking.
Don't worry, that's when you come back in the realm and we'll go through all the snitching and the telling.
But a lot of people that say that I'm unethical and whatnot are reporting on other stuff that I leak that isn't related to a media NDA, if that makes sense.
Got it.
So I understand the ethical point that somebody is telling me that I don't know, that you've gone and played Redfall and you've got some information on that. All the journalists and YouTubers have signed an NDA. I get the ethical point on that, but because I'm not trained as a journalist or anything like that, I see no difference in that compared to an employee telling me information that is also under an NDA from them, right?
Right.
It's only unethical because they cannot report on it themselves.
And they just pass it off to you.
Wait, Tom hit us with they just mad because they ain't got it.
No, yo, he's telling the truth.
He's saying the people that tell him can't report it.
That's
on
true.
themselves.
That's true. It just sounded funny. I apologize.
It's the best thing in the world. They can't say anything, but they give it to somebody who can.
Who can? So in a sense, it's a controlled leak in a way, because they want this out there and they know who to go to.
No, I think a lot of it isn't like the corporate executives want this out there. Someone below them was like, "Yo, Tom, you want some info?"
Well, who knows? I don't know if there's a marketing department out there that have said we're going to do a controlled leak and we'll speak to Tom or Jeff or whoever it may be.
That's my next question, Tom. Does controlled leaks exist?
I don't know. Honestly, I've never had somebody approach me and say that this is controlled or whatever. But I think there was a leak from a Capcom game, I think, where it even said in the documents like we're going to do a controlled leak.
Oh wow! Wow.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know if there is anything like controlled leaks, because if somebody contacts me anonymously with game footage, documents, and whatever, then I don't know the difference between that and.
You better watch out though, Tom. One of the time, Rockstar or someone go pop in there with their big expensive lawyers.
Oh, I know. But...
Well, look, we'll have you back in the realm, brother. I really appreciate you. Always good to see you in the chats. Appreciate you taking the time out your day. This was a huge story, and it was only right we had you on the platform for you to explain how it went down. And of course, we're gonna get you the royal treatment, that Lord Cog intro the right way.
Yes, please.
You know that. You know we're gonna do it right. Attic, anything you want to say before Tom leaves? You got anything?
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on, Tom. You could ask Cog. You're one of the few people in the industry that I'm like, you go around, you have info, and you're not afraid to share it. And I feel like I'm gonna say it for you. I feel like a lot of people take that leaking stuff too serious. It's like, look, like you need to be less mad at Tom for relaying the information and more mad at the people leaking it to him. Like it's literally Tom's job in the industry to cover the stuff, and the same people that came at you are the same people that will cover it, acting like they don't know it, and giving their info, acting like they don't know it. So it is what it is. I understand there's a lot of people that go into this. Your leaks do, I'm sure, cause a lot of headache to people in PRs and stuff, but it's just like, at the end of the day, that's not your problem. You're doing what you're supposed to, and they need to keep their house on a leash more.
Are you implying they need to tighten it up?
They need to tighten it up. Look, I'm sorry. They
don't need to tighten it up.
Tom said you messing up the business, bro. InsiderGamingIG.com. Don't you do that.
You get what I'm saying. Like, when it comes to, and I will say, like, Insider Games, like one of the few people on Twitter that I have bailed, because I know whatever shows up, it's gonna be lit.
No doubt.
But I definitely appreciate you coming on. We got to get you on full time.
Yeah, we'll get
I'm not really about the face cam like they are, man. I take you just how you are.
He's growing his eyebrows back. Leave him alone.
He growing. After the back, King, final words for Lord Tom Henderson before he leaves.
I love going back and forth with Tom on Twitter. Tom is funny. He shows up, almost every week. He's, witty, and I share your views on somebody giving you information. You're not nobody's hard drive, so you don't need to store anything. Let that go. So as soon as they tell you, listen, I got a website, and
you don't own allegiance to anyone either.
Well, he owes allegiance to the dudes, and I'm pretty sure when they hit him with the information.
No, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the companies.
Oh, the hell with them. And they say, well, he probably asked him, yo, can I say anything? Because I get stuff and they be like, yo, don't say anything. So then why the hell you tell me? Don't tell me if I can't tell nobody. Right? Don't tell. And I get sick and tired of it. So half the time I don't even pay my DMs any mind. But if they say, yo, let this go, do your thing. It's not on you. It's not your problem. So it is what it is. But I'm glad that you came on. I'm glad that I'm going to get a console out of this. Fantastic stuff. But yo, I can't wait for you to come on. We're gonna do a live unboxing. We're gonna have a good time.
Live unboxing.
Anyway,
that's what needed to come on, Tom, when they announced that.
That would be good. That would be good. When it gets announced, that would be good time to have Tom back.
We'll do it after the showcase.
Yes. Let's do it after the showcase. All right, brother Tom. Enjoy your day. Happy Easter. Thank you so much, brother. Have a good one.
All right, cheers, guys.
Cheers. No doubt. Attic, you want to get the super chat, sir?
Yeah, there's a lot of them. It's just going to take me a second.
I'll be back.
While you do it, because I got to hit the bathroom too, so you go do that.
All right, guys, you got to work with me. All right, so this is the game plan when I'm reading these. Don't expect me to pronounce your stuff right. All right.
Don't expect good
right
pronunciation.
Now, don't expect it to be sounded right. That's all. Let's get on with this, man. Let's get on with it. So we had a $5 super chat from Monster Pontus. First time making a live. Can't stay long, but happy Easter, Lords. Much love and looking forward to hearing this tomorrow. By the way, Mario movie was fire. I only got the Mario movie. Okay, I didn't get the rest. So I hope that's what you said. I have to just assume you said fire. All right, then we got a member chat from Hargi Chini. Put the logos in the chat, you guys. He said, well. Jim Ryan expects ponies to desert PlayStation in droves. Ball in your court, ponies. Prove him right. Leave PS, call him a liar, and stay on PlayStation. Decisions. Man, Hargi being really spicy today. Really spicy. Let me make these a little bigger. I'm getting a little bit old these days, man. All right, so we got a $5 super chat from Harvey Inga. I definitely butchered that. My apologies. A week later, still laughing about how Cox said my name. Well, you can laugh harder about how I said your name because I'm sure it was wrong. Love from Iceland to the Lords. I appreciate all the love, man. We got people from everywhere. Everywhere, man. What's up? Iceland. $5 strap from Free R. Kelly. Konami, Capcom, Square Enix are all going to Sony. King, it's a wrap. It's over. Final Fantasy never coming to Xbox. Just burn your lame box now.
Oh, you back on A side? Good. Stay there.
So you done with? Okay, that's all. All right. We got another $2 super chat from Hargi Shani. Happy Easter to the IOP fam in this Lord's Day. What's up,
Hargi? That's my guy.
Got a $20 super chat from Sin Vendetta. I've seen Super Mario Brothers twice since Wednesday, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So many good references to every era of Mario, and you'll need multiple watches to catch them.
You catch them all, yeah.
I don't even think you can even catch them on multiple watches. Like, you got to really sit there with
dissect them. Yeah. It's
I think that's gonna be one of those you have to have like the Blu-ray, so you can literally just rewind that section over and over again.
Yeah.
All seeing it a third time very soon. Fantastic start. We got a member chat from Gerald Mack. 20 months he's been a member. He's silver. Jim Ryan could lie as much as he wants to his own numbers. Will prove he's a fraud. All hell the IOP to the Lords. Appreciate that, man. We got a $5 super chat from Drawn TJ. If Chris Farley was still alive, he could easily replace Jim Ryan and run Sony better.
Yo, he's stupid.
Okay, wow. Got a $2 super chat from Roberts Kellitz. So Sony selling remakes of our phones? Question mark. I have no clue what's going on there. We got $5
about the Q Lite is a remake of your cell phone. Because
we got a $5. We got a $5 super chat from Hollywood Rules. Happy Easter and happy Lord's Day, brothers. Crying Jim is still a bad episode of Better Call Saul. Thank you and keep being the best podcast on YouTube. Salute. Appreciate that, man. $2 super chat from THX138. Another PSP go out in flames. Got a $2 super chat from Robert Kellitz. When a Stream Deck is only $150 more. That's what he said. We got a $2 super chat from THX1138. Switch OLED 349, Steam Deck 4 $399. Sony not cheaper. Ooh, he agrees with you, King. How
Yeah,
you feel
it's
about
not
that?
gonna be cheaper. It won't be.
We got $5 super chat from Robert Kellitz. King saying Sony pulled a Sega ? Should debate on if they gonna pimp Ratchet out like they did the Blue Boy Sonic. How you feel about that, King?
I don't think so. I think those Ratchet games, they hold those in weird high regard.
Ratchet.
Yeah,
$5
Ratchet and Clank, they hold those games in very rare high regard.
We got a $5 super chat from Max Arthy. PlayStation remote play handheld feels like Sony just followed a trend, which never works well for them. If you look at Vita TV and PS1 classics, similar flop ?
Yes, sir.
We got
You're right.
We got a $5 super chat from Hollywood's Rules. Got my Logitech G to use in the office at work. Excellent Game Pass machine, and I'm not a handheld dude, but helps cut into the crazy backlog I have.
See?
That's what's up. We got a $2 super chat from Don Otaku. If the Alley had native Xbox Game Pass, it's better than the deck.
Yeah, it does have native Xbox Game Pass.
Well, I mean, the native app for
the native app. Yeah.
We got a member chat from Slash Gordon. He's been there for 11 months, almost coming upon
Slash Gordon. I like that.
Stash Gordon.
Oh, Stash. You did the Stash? Okay, good.
Oh, that's what's up.
You did the
Got a member
Stash.
for 11 months. He's right there at that year. Anyone think the Series S was designed to eventually be shrunk into a handheld in a few years down the line? Seems like a good long-term play if possible.
If it's possible.
That is a good point.
Yeah, if it's
That
possible.
is a good point.
I don't know if it's possible, but if it is, Lord man, let's do that.
Let
We got
somebody
a
else
$5
make
super
a
out from
little
Hargishini. The Asus is more appealing to me than the Steam Deck. Runs Windows, so access to all PC games and Play Night exists as an interface. So does use the I don't know Zip Davis. $2 super chat from Zip Davis. Hello, Lords. Happy Easter. Have a great week.
Salute.
And then another super chat from Zip Davis. $2. Who needs a mid-gen refresh when you can play Bong?
Did you play it on Turbo Express?
I have no clue what he's playing.
Oh, we good?
Yes, that is all.
All right, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Let's get to it. So
There might be some more. I don't see the chat.
okay.
I think Zip Davis was the last dude.
Yeah.
I saw it.
If you see any more, if anybody missed, let's let us know.
Zip David, who needs a mid-gen refresh when you can play ball?
Yeah, we just got that. All right, let's get to it. Sony in the news again. So it looks like Microsoft and Sony have responded to the CMA's revised findings.
I got to get some stuff to put on my wall. They saying this
What?
this OnlyFans thing a couple too many times.
OnlyFans.
So you hold up. You mean to tell me that what signifies OnlyFans is a white wall? Is that what you guys are telling me?
Nah, what tell me is when you had that camera too low and we seeing things we don't need to be seeing, you spread out with your like this. Like that was when it was OnlyFans time.
What was it?
We see your legs.
What was it? The Alex thigh slap? Was it the Alex thigh slap?
I wasn't feeling the legs, the leg action. The Alex quad.
You see him slide his pillow into place.
It was too much. Anyway, let's get to it. So look, Microsoft and Sony have responded to the CMA's revised findings that Microsoft's purchase of Activision Blizzard will not harm competition in the console space. So it looks like Sony is upset with the CMA while Microsoft welcomes CMA's U-turn on the Activision deal. So basically the latest, now that the published response is out there to the addendum, Microsoft's position is Microsoft has been clear since the announcement of the merger. It has no intention to withhold or degrade access to Call of Duty or any other Activision content on PlayStation. Microsoft wrote, such a strategy would be in direct contrast to the interests of gamers in the UK and around the world. Rather than limit choice or access, Microsoft intends to use the merger to bring more games to more peoples on more platforms and devices. Meanwhile, Sony on CMA's reverse position now, this is surprising, unprecedented, and irrational. Sony respectfully submits that the addendum does not justify the CMA's U-turn on the console's theories of harm. And then they basically went on to say, actually, Jim Ryan has some really strong comments this week. It kind of went viral. Sony Interactive President and CEO Jim Ryan, in response to the UK regular CMA addendum, he said that PlayStation would never recover If Microsoft were to release a degraded version, if Microsoft was to release a degraded version of Call of Duty on PlayStation, if its acquisition of Activision Blizzard were to be approved, Ryan also said a degraded version of Call of Duty on PlayStation would seriously damage our reputation. Our gamers would desert our platform in droves, and network effects would exacerbate the problem. Our business would never recover on a degraded version of Play. So this is the one that really set the internet on fire. So, the story continues. Let's get Addict, man. What do you feel on Jim Ryan's thoughts? And looks like the CMA has reversed position, and it looks like they are agreeing that the Call of Duty situation and the things that Microsoft is providing would not harm competition. So they're reversing their initial thought process after this next phase of the investigation.
First off, do you think we should bring anyone else? You think 3 of us just rock?
We can rock because it's going to be a short show today. It's going to be a short show.
So I think when it comes down to it, it's just like, look, I get it. When it comes down to Call of Duty is a big seller for them, and that makes them generates them a lot of money. And I do think there are some remnants of truth in their words because they're scared that what's going to end up happening throughout the years because the Game Pass, they're going to slowly lose that massive Call of Duty casual base, leaving PlayStation, coming to Xbox because of they don't have to pay for anything. It's hard to tell, the amount of stuff they can do with the Call of Duty brand. Just because they put Call of Duty doesn't mean they can do little things on top of just, okay, we're going to give you Call of Duty every year. But what we didn't say is we're going to give you Call of Duty here going out. Now and then you find out a couple years down the line, they remake all the Black Ops, put them into a collection, and they don't get that. There's a lot of semantics to this that I can understand where Sony's coming from, where it's like, look, we don't know the future if we lose Call of Duty, and it could literally domino affect them losing a huge market, a huge part of the market. But when they do stuff like Square Enix, we're pretty much locking an entire developer down by making timed exclusives. That's where you lose me when you want sympathy. Right. I don't care about your sympathy, Sony. If you were really about that, like if they came out there and were just honest, like, look, we need this Call of Duty stuff. But to me, it's just acting like they're acting like they're the victim. They're acting like they're the people doing everything wrong. And what they act like they don't throw stones. You throw boulders, and you're trying to act like people can't do anything about it. They went around all this year and they're like, oh, you bought Bethesda, that's fine. That's a problem, but it's in the future. It's not right now. We're good. And then they say Activision. Oh, what? Call of Duty? Like, see, here's the thing. They make so much money off Call of Duty. They're scared they're going to lose that. Yeah. And not to mention 10 years down the line, Microsoft pulls up on them after that 10-year deal was up. So, okay, how much you want Call of Duty to stay on your platform? We want 50-50. We want some of your money. We ain't doing this 30-70 anymore. We want more of your money. And it's just, I do think that PlayStation has the potential of what could happen on their side, and they should be. No, I don't think anyone's ever said they shouldn't fight for their company. They shouldn't fight for what's going on. But to me, the issue is how they're doing it. They're trying to throw rocks and act like they ain't throwing rocks. It's like that meme where you're throwing something and then he looks back and he's on the ground. Like he's like, it's like, look, like PlayStation, you are doing these practices, if not worse practices.
Degrading?
Man,
PlayStation, you're confirming they've been degraded?
Yeah. Man up with the grade that you dug, and you're gonna have to deal with that. You have to deal with that L. You thought you could poke the big bear for years, and then when he wakes up and he starts buying things out like they ain't no tomorrow, now you're like, no, don't do that. Like, look, you just got to deal with it. You did this to yourself. You went out there instead of investing into a multiplayer infrastructure to get that multiplayer infrastructure out there. You felt comfortable with what third-party stuff can do. Microsoft popped in there, is like, that's ours. That ain't yours anymore. Right. And now they're sitting here looking at this golden egg, and they're like, what's going to happen if they buy this?
Right.
And 10 years down the line, they decide they don't want these terms anymore. They just want to pull. Let's say right now, Call of Duty's in a good, kind of a okay spot. But then 10 years down the line, they make a couple games that put it way up, like back where it used to be. And then Xbox comes back to the negotiating table. Is like, you can't negotiate with us. We don't want it on your platform anymore. And it's,
well, I don't know if it's in their best interest to do that because they can't make money.
But we don't. But right now, the Microsoft now, who says Game Pass doesn't flourish then? And then they're looking at it. They're looking at it like, okay, we got 100. Okay. We're talking like 10 years from now, 150 million users in Game Pass, which, we don't know if it's going to go that far. But that's the thing. They're not arguing on the semantics of what happens now. They're arguing on semantics of what happens 5-10 years down the line.
Right.
They know that Call of Duty is the biggest behemoth in gaming. Fact. And they're like, we cannot risk them having those type of negotiating tools 10 years down the line. It's just that's what it comes down to. And it's like, I don't mind them doing what they're doing. I think what happened is they made a couple of statements and they realized how much they were shaking up the industry doing this. So they're like, let's just make ourselves look ignorant. Let's make ourselves look weak. Let's make ourselves look like we ain't done nothing in the industry that's anti-consumer. And let's make it look like we ain't done nothing by blocking games going to Game Pass, blocking games going to Xbox, and let's just act like none of that happened.
Right.
Well, and let's say that they're the bad guys entirely. That's my biggest issue.
No, I understand that. I mean, it's clear they don't care about any public perception of weakness of how they look or whatever like that. So it's clear the mission is, that they are not going to sign the deal or going to try to block the deal at all costs. So I hear you on that, and I hear you on the, I guess 10 years down the future, thought process of what could happen.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is they're like, look, we can say what's happening now because it's happening right in front of us. The next year or two, we kind of know where the landscape is going to go.
Right.
Especially things going to more subscription service, more live streaming service. Like Sony doesn't know where they're going to be in 10 years from now. And if Microsoft gets to a point, if Microsoft gets to a point where they don't realistically need the PlayStation, let's say that the Call of Duty thing works the way Xbox think it's going to work, and they start draining mad people from PlayStation, and then it gets to the point where 6-7 years down the right, Xbox has way more market share because they've had a lot more of the marketeers for Call of Duty, and then it just gets to the point where they're like, look, we don't even need their cells anymore. That's where if you're
Microsoft, from a business standpoint, do you walk away for free money just for it existing on a base that's larger than yours? You don't really walk away. It don't make sense. And to be honest, for the regulators, this is a key point to help them get the deal, to tell the regulators, hey, we're letting them have it. They don't want to sign the deal for whatever reason, but we telling them you're going to have it parity, you're going to have it on your platform. So I think business-wise, and then let's be honest, from a game, let's just look at it as a game standpoint. From a game standpoint, for cross-play and all the stuff, like from an engagement, from a user-based population, online population, you want PlayStation there so that you can have that huge power-based engagement, microtransactions, keep the love going. And you just getting the money.
The thing is
Sony's just giving you money for it existing. I mean, so Microsoft's going to get revenue for it existing on PlayStation.
In the gaming industry, it moves mad fast. 10 years, they literally might just be subscription services fighting each other. There might not be any games that's being sold independently.
It could be.
To me, if you're in that kind of scenario, because that's where I think we're going. We're eventually going to get to a point where you plug something in your hard drive. Well, stop acting like no one else has said that.
I'm just saying, when I said there's no PlayStation 6, everybody look at me like I'm crazy.
You plug something into a TV or something, and then what's happening with that? You plug something into a TV and it just loads the Xbox store with all the Xbox stuff in it. And, you have the Ubisoft launcher. That's where I feel we're going. Because if you have that kind of scenario and everything is subscription based where it does look like it's going, that would not make sense to put your biggest thing on the enemy subscription service when you're trying to buff yours up.
No, I get that. I mean, 10 years, we don't know what the industry is going to look like.
Addict's starting to sound just like King.
10 years, we don't know what's going to happen. And we also don't know the viability of Call of Duty in 10 years.
And I think that's the mystery of what could happen is what scares PlayStation. They look at the money they get now and they realize down the road, it can either go up or down. but they know the money they're bringing in now is significant enough to fight for it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Lord King, your thoughts on this situation? Looks like the CMA has reversed course. Does not feel that Call of Duty on Xbox would harm competition in the console space. And Jim Ryan's quotes, said that they wouldn't be able to recover, not even just for having it, but on a degraded version of Call of Duty. If there was a degraded version of Call of Duty, if Microsoft degraded Call of Duty on PlayStation, their business would never recover. People would flock to Xbox in droves.
Two things. First thing, somebody paid off the wrong dude.
What you mean?
You greased the wrong palms because you thought it was gonna go in your favor, and then they got the sheet and they was like, yeah, nah, it's cool. You was like, yo, wait a second. What happened to that 5Gs that I slid you, B? Like, I thought we was on the same page. Nah, you paid Javier. You ain't paying me. I'm
paid
for
Javier.
The
Javier got that bag?
Javier is against the deal, but Javier don't got a vote. You talk to the wrong NDA dude.
So Microsoft talked to the right people. Okay.
Yeah, Microsoft went and spent millions of dollars out there. Hey, your infrastructure's messed up. Here, fix that. Like that Microsoft went in the club, saw the girl that you messing with, and brought her a Birkin bag and some red bottoms.
Not to mention,
I was like, yo, boo, step your joint up because you're looking kind of nasty hanging out with your boy over there.
Not to mention, King, let's theoretically say that Xbox finds that good middle ground and no latency with xCloud, and now they got Call of Duty every year to put in that sucker. And I think that's what they're scared of, that consistent growth. Because you can theoretically
snitching.
You could theoretically start an entire company off just Call of Duty. Like, that's how big that behemoth is. It could do anything it wants. You could do anything in this industry knowing that you have Call of Duty on your back to do anything with it.
Okay. So, because I was completely quiet. You notice I had my mic on.
Go ahead, King. Talk your talk, King.
I was shut. I was just let me see if he's going to jump in here. Right. Yo,
how you gonna act like you don't interrupt me weekly? Continue.
You said what?
Okay. Time on both of y'all.
So it's just like, honestly, we got to the point right now where
you triggered my track card.
Stop crying, bro. Stop crying. They don't want to give Microsoft the money because they know Microsoft is going to take that money and reinvest into their ecosystem. All the money that they're giving Activision Blizzard, that money is going to be going to Microsoft. It's really not about it's funding your enemy. Like, yeah, I'm getting something from you, and we're making tons of money, but that money wasn't going to Microsoft before.
Facts.
So Microsoft could die out without this funnel of money. So the checks that you're sending to Activision Blizzard, those checks will be going to Microsoft now. Activision Blizzard is not a threat.
Imagine the market starts sliding and you're paying them knowing that you're paying your own funeral costs.
That's what I'm talking about. You're fueling your own demise. Literally, it's paining you when you hand over the money, you know he's getting stronger. Like, so let's say you send him a check for $3 billion, right? He take that $3 billion and go buy another developer.
He did say sorry.
Yeah. It's not.
That's a possibility too.
But he's like, yo, it's the acquisition season is still going, and then you send him another check for another $3 billion, and he buy another developer. Like, yo, stop sending the money, right? So you're caught in between a rock and a hard place. You want Call of Duty so bad, but you don't want to funnel Microsoft. Microsoft is positioning themselves to destroy you. And they tell you can have everything. When somebody tells you, don't worry about it, you got that. you already know.
Silent murder.
When you got beef with somebody in the street, and they be like, nah, B, you got that, you good. You know you ain't good. You know they got something up their sleeve for you.
They ain't even worried about it. That's
not at all. So go ahead, baby. Go ahead, Playboy. That's on you. Do that, Playboy.
That's on you, Play. Go ahead, Playboy. Yo, you stupid. That's the old Brooklyn. Go ahead, Playboy.
Playboy. Just go ahead, Playboy. You can have that Call of Duty, Playboy. That's all you want. What else you want, Playboy?
Yo, I don't like that hustler. I don't like that dude.
You know he like 10 years, Playboy. You got that, Playboy.
Chill, you can't be making that voice.
Because you know Jim is out there. Nah, man, that's inconceivable. This is reprehensible. We will never recover.
So who are Microsoft?
Not to mention they probably
voice?
gave like what's 10 years in the gaming industry. It's like it's probably going to take them 10 years to build the infrastructure they want built to do what they want with Call of Duty. Like,
no, I don't think so. I think they already have a plan that's going to implement very quickly. Right? They see Microsoft already has.
They got like an order. Orders, what is it? Order 66, but they just click and it just switches over to the Call of Duty plan.
Yeah, but when you see them, like what they did with Bethesda, and you saw all the Dooms and all the Fallouts and all that stuff just go inside Game Pass. When that happens, and that's an actual thing because it will be a reality, then the value of your brand, your service is diminished, right? And then you're going to say, well, Microsoft is not going to degrade. When somebody says, and this is my last point on this, when somebody tells you,
don't do that, Playboy.
Yo, what if they put oil in your tank, your car? Yo, I don't trust that dude. What if he put oil in your tank? That means you the dude that put oil in people's tank. You snitching on yourself because you got a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're projecting what you do on that individual because you think that individual is like you. Microsoft is like, why would we degrade a product that is our brand to get to your platform? We want to put the best so your customers can actually have a good time. Why would we put out our name behind crap? Sony, and let's keep it a buck. A lot of these games that they gave help to developers, a lot of those games came to Microsoft broken. Look back at that track record. Let's look in those handshake deals in the background. Yo, maybe you could drop a couple of frames on there.
Maybe you could. This what we doing?
Yeah. Don't optimize their joint over there, Playboy. Just leave their joint a little. Don't finish that code right there.
So you apply because they're saying this so strongly. They're projecting practices that they used to do. Okay, I see.
Because that's really. You've never heard nobody give a wild out scenario like that in business. It's not, I won't sell a lesser version of my car just because, like, let's say Tesla, right?
Yeah.
And they send their Tesla cars to China. I'm not going to send a lesser version of Tesla in China. It represents the brand.
Right.
Right? So I'm going to send the same best Tesla that I have here that I'm going to send over in China. The same thing. I'm not going to give you an inferior version of Call of Duty because it diminishes my brand. I wanted to sell on your platform because I want you to pay me to funnel the war against you.
Okay. But what if they, let's say it's what you said it is, right?
Right.
So what if it's like, okay, we know we're going to lose this deal, so we need these assurances that you ain't going to do these practices.
Okay, I'm not going to do nothing.
Is there even any concessions right now?
Well, we're not at that point, but we could get there, right? Yeah. So what if the kicking and the screaming
I'm starting to low key feel like this might go through with no concessions.
We'll see.
It's look like Microsoft has it like they haven't been. They're like, look, we taking this to the courtrooms if we have to. Like, if you won't play ball, we won't play ball. And it's looking like it's got to that point where it might get approved without concessions because they didn't accept the concessions when it was on the table.
That'd be hilarious.
It's a possibility. We definitely don't know. But what I was saying is, what if all of this is let's say I'm going to give King. Let's say everything King said is true.
Right.
Sony's been doing this like he says, right?
Yeah, they do nefarious stuff.
Nefarious, okay. So now it's like, okay, we need you in writing that you gonna give us full parity, no degradation, and we want all these things kind of lined up before we even consider it. Or the other option, which is I don't care what you do, I'm never signing that deal.
That's Jim.
Right. So Jim could be according to Lulu, shout out to Lulu, she's outside. She claims that Jim says, I will, whatever I have to do to block this deal, I will say, whatever I got to do, I will do. So
shout out to Lulu. Right.
So shout out to Lulu, she outside. But so what if that's the play and they like, yo, we ain't signing nothing and we gonna take it to whatever. What about that?
Listen, I already know Jim is never gonna sign. Never. He already made a fool of himself. There's no way for you to walk this back. You came out and said, first of all, my people are not enough. Second of all, if this happens, we will never recover. Third of all, this is a detriment to the industry. It's going to destroy all. You cannot walk back any of those comments. So you've doubled down so hard that you got to stay in. You got a sinking hand. You're playing blackjack or whatever. I don't care. Blackjack, and you got a sinking hand, and you still in it because you got no choice. You got to ride this one out. So I feel him, but at the same time, you could have had a peaceful resolution to all of this and got past this. But you are stalling.
It seemed like he was. I feel like him trying to strong arm Microsoft into making a deal with Call of Duty. And then I feel like there's a point where that's what his objective was. You know, we know we can't stop this deal, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to poke holes to the defense and get good concessions.
And just make it as difficult as possible for
I feel like it got to a point where that wasn't the goal anymore. They're like, yo, I think I could stop this. I don't think we even have to do concessions.
Right.
And then it seemed like somewhere between there and here, Microsoft started winning the arguments. You know what I'm saying?
It's clear that they are with the CMA reversal.
And now Sony's at the point where they're like, do we look weaker than we actually, even weaker, and come out there and say, yo, kid, I know we agreed on concessions, and I know I said no. Can we get those concessions now? I think at this point, PlayStation's just going to go down with the ship. I mean, regardless if it's passed or not, I think at this point, they're like, we already passed the concessions part. Right. At this point, either we win and you don't get this merger or acquisition, or we win and it gets blocked. And I think those are the only two outcomes at this point.
Yeah, we got to see. And then, like I said, the CMA's reversal and now saying that, you know, Call of Duty on Xbox does not harm competition, you know, flies in the face of what Jim Ryan and was promoting to the CMA, how it would, right? And the age-old argument has always been, you know, let's be honest, the elephant in the room, which nullifies everything, is Nintendo. You know, the fact that Nintendo exists and is on pace to be the third, maybe even the best console ever sold, ever, and they have not had Call of Duty on their platform, you know, literally flies in the face of the argument. Now, the question becomes, that's when, let's be honest, the goalpost was moved by Sony and says, well, that's not a high-end console market. Yeah. You know, this is a low-end, but gamers... What did
they say that was a fitness device?
Fitness device. But they try to use the distinction of a low-end console. But like Brazil, and it seems like Japan, you know, they don't buy that because they're saying that, look, again, Nintendo exists. This game is not detrimental. Now, the thing that's interesting to me is what they had a what you call it, I believe I think it's a lawyer or associate professor. He had an interesting response as far as cloud gaming, because this is the part that I thought Microsoft might lose the argument, which is on cloud gaming and how dominant they are. But he argues in this actual addendum, they put this into the addendum. So CMA is really siding with Microsoft on a lot of things, including cloud, which he's saying cloud gaming is not a distinct market. He said he instead refers to 4 types of gaming service that rely on cloud streaming. Cloud gaming as a feature, as seen on Game Pass. Cloud gaming as a complement, which is seen as NVIDIA GeForce. Cloud gaming as an input, Ubiquitous and GameStream. And cloud gaming as a platform, which is Amazon Luna. He said in his conclusion, he wrote, consumers' willingness to pay for standalone cloud gaming services apparently is low. And this is probably the strongest indication that cloud gaming should not be considered a distinct market. This is a huge win for Microsoft.
Yep.
Because that
might have been the last thing they needed to push it over the edge.
Yes, no one's talking about this. Like this,
because I feel like that was the key component that Sony could have used to fight.
To me, that was the argument they should have went. But now the CMA don't even feel that part because they're like, I mean, no one even fought it really that hard. But the fact that they're saying they don't consider it a distinct market and Microsoft has Azure in that backbone and they're growing is hugely beneficial for Microsoft in this space. So now we get back to where we are now. Look, we just got to be real. When you go out there and say as far as Sony, the mere degradation of this product means we can't exist in the video game space. A product that you don't own and control. Just that it's degraded. It got to be honest. It does scream desperation. Shout out. I think Jaffe had the quote of the year. Like Jaffe was like, shout out to Jaffe. He said, "Your whole business is." You mean to tell me this is his response to Jim Ryan? Your whole business is built around one game that you have zero control over. I've heard of not putting all your eggs in one basket, but Jim Ryan seems to be saying that not only he did that, but you don't even own the effing basket. I get it. He'll say whatever he needs to, but damn. So yeah, that's where we at. I think that's where we at, and I think the CMA kind of sees through it now. I think the FTC is the final piece, and it's going to be like what Addict said.
They're gonna fold like a deck of
It's either they're gonna fold. It's either gonna be they fight. They either go full beforehand with the concessions, or they fight, and then if they do fight, we know Microsoft's willing to take it there and approve it regardless. Go through it regardless. So
let me ask you guys a question then. First off, shout out to we have 730 people in the chat. Hit that like button. We got 223 likes, and we got 700 you in there, man. I can literally make an army with you guys.
Salute everybody.
Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button.
Hit the like.
King, who we saving today?
What
who we saving? We saving PlayStation fanboys today. That's what we say.
The long arm koala.
The long arm. Why can't we save the short arm koala?
I can't.
Because the short arm koalas, they can't fight.
That's your person. Save the parrots. Long arm koalas. I can't. But yeah, I mean, look.
So hit that like button.
Hit the like button, y'all. But yeah, especially y'all here on Easter. Salute. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much what I got.
Oh, short hair bunny rabbit. We saving the short hair bunny.
Yo, you stupid.
I can't believe I talked about that.
I can't. But yeah, we'll wait for the final piece with the FTC. But yeah, things look like it's really going in Microsoft's direction, and we just got to see how much longer we have with this. Super chat, sir. The next topic.
Okay,
just
let me.
Out of time.
I got to bring up the thing because I didn't check them that time.
Crushes them.
What you said, kid?
I said it's just a matter of time before the hammer crushes them.
Yeah, but
you're just gonna start hearing that it's the final countdown song.
Oh, Lord.
Now all I hear is, "How can I live without you?"
The last thing was Zip Davis.
Shout out to Zip.
All right. Got a $2 super chat from Sony Kanahammer. I ain't even butchering that, man. Your name is Sony today. I'm sorry. What happens to Microsoft if Sony never signs? What happens to Microsoft if Sony
What happens to Sony? It's not Microsoft. Microsoft just keeps selling.
I guess maybe he's under the impression that Microsoft, they can't get it unless Microsoft signs it. I don't know.
No. They don't need them. If they don't sign, they don't get it. And if you don't get it, you already know you die. So you can do whatever you want. Carry to yourself all you like. Don't do that. You better take this deal. Playboy.
Right, so we got to find out super chat from Robert Kellett.
Yeah.
So they're acting like they don't do the exact thing with Callisto. The latest Resident Evil, Hogwarts, and more. Maybe King was on with money with parody.
Told you.
We'll see.
They've been doing they're putting their little spies and tearing up stuff in the industry.
Well, we know from an exclusive content standpoint. I mean, even Hogwarts Legacy had exclusive PlayStation quests and stuff like that.
But I'm talking about them over there making games run worse.
Cash we have to wait for documents official on that.
If that ever comes out,
we got a $10 super chat from Max Arthy. That's your name today. Having your entire business revolve around one single product produced by a third party is terrible business strategy.
Facts.
Sounds like a Jim crying Ryan problem to me. I don't think it's that the world revolves around Call of Duty. I think their financials revolve around Call of Duty. They bring so much money in, and having the marketing deal, they would fight this even if they kept the game indefinitely, but they would fight it just for the marketing deal. Yeah. Like the marketing deal is just as big as the game in a lot of ways. We got a $10 super chat from Gamer by Choice. Addict is right. I think Sony. Hold up. Let's moment of silence when he said Addict is right.
Okay.
We ain't got to go that long.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay. I thought it was. I thought it was a long pause.
Yeah. I think Sony is scared of 10 years in the future. The reason Microsoft leaving Call of Duty on PlayStation is because they have players now. What about 10 years? I think Sony is scared of foreclosure.
Basically.
$2 super chat from THX1138 with the ABK deal. Sony, you're not the father of God.
Yo.
$5 super chat from Black Ronin. It's not Microsoft's concern to worry about Sony. It's there's concern to worry about this. If Sony's user base can benefit Microsoft, Sony can die. All I care.
Wow.
Damn. Okay. All right.
It's $5 super chat from Max. If you flip the script, Sony is the type to be telling folks they need to buy the ABK to survive. I don't think you see Phil crying this much about it.
Nope.
$5 super chat from Black Ronin. Sony will be mad if Xbox becomes lead platform for COD since it would scale better on PC also. Then this requires extra work for Sony devs. Yeah.
No, what Sony remembers is when 360 was the lead platform for Call of Duty, the tables turned. Yeah.
360 days were crazy, man.
Yeah, it's coming back.
You're funny.
Okay, let me find.
You gonna feel
flip the script. Sony will
get this one.
You ridiculous.
Okay, we got $10 super chat from Max. What's up, Max? I know you have a last name, but today you don't. Sony lying to regulators about not being able to survive if this deal goes through, which we'll all know this isn't true. Telltale style regulators will remember that.
Not the Telltale regulators will remember that. Remember when you played them games and they'd be like, they will remember that when you made a bad decision? That's funny. Good one, Max. That was actually hilarious.
Then we got a members chat from Suicide Kings. He's been a member for 29 months, man. That's a long time. I want to ask Cog, being our Sony man,
wow,
does he think the ABK deal is good for gaming overall? By the way, happy Easter. Sony man talk.
Sony man, yeah, hilarious. Yes, I think that one, because people forget that. Here's the thing: people keep using this narrative that I'm seeing, that Microsoft just went in there and they just running around buying stuff, which I'm not going to say they ain't doing with other stuff. But in this particular case, people forget this was a fire sale. Activision Blizzard King was up out of here, right? They were going through all that turmoil, and then Robert is out here putting it, we out for sale. Kotick. And Microsoft swooped in. So this is being an opportunist. I think people losing sight of the overall how this deal came about.
And Microsoft didn't even ask.
Yeah, like it's like, you heard. It's like King's like, you heard, they building is on fire, bro. Like, word, you mean them?
Yeah, I think the biggest.
Somebody made the call, and then they went through, and that's what this is. This isn't like they came in, who's out for sale? I'm ready.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, these dudes was going out here.
I think the biggest thing that I would say this is good for gaming is because if you look at like Activision as a whole, the past like 5-10 years, the majority of their company always makes Call of Duty. I feel like there's more things that could be done than just Call of Duty. Now, I'm not saying they're going to stop Call of Duty. I don't think that's going to happen. But what I will say is there is quite a bit of other potential stuff that can go on with that company as a whole. And I feel like they're not doing it because the massive amount of money they can make off Call of Duty. I think they're still going to make that money. They're still going to bring out those games. But I think with Microsoft, they're going to let people swip and swap. Like now, when it comes to certain developers, we might go ahead and double down on another studio and let this studio make something else. We're not going to tether them to Call of Duty. And keep in mind, right now it's just Activision. When Microsoft buys them, it's going to be one of those things where certain devs, instead of losing that talent, they're going to be like, look, we have these other 30 plus studios that you can go work for and get that, strain that creative muscle. You don't have to be just stuck on Call of Duty.
But what I was going to say just real quickly, because you asked me this question. Just Call of Duty I really care about, but the fact that our Game Pass is huge. More people play, helps Microsoft on that. But we got the mobile aspect, which no one's talking about, which is going to be huge for them. I'm looking at the old IPs that they could use. I'm looking at the older games that could come in the back compat. And the more important thing to me is the fact that the conditions at Activision Blizzard were really bad. And people are losing sight of that. So this is going to force change in that building. That to me, because all eyes will be on Microsoft once they acquire. So that's how I look at it overall. Continue.
All right, then we got a couple. We got a member chat. Let me make sure. Yeah, we got a member chat from Suicide Kings again. Oh no, that he just asked us that. $5 super chat from Hargi Shani. Sony doesn't need to sign a deal. PS already have called through 2024. Everything after that is up to Sony. Xbox will be at the table if they want to do. I don't know, Hargy. I kind of feel like if they keep pushing this and Microsoft does get this with no concessions, I don't think Microsoft's going to be there's going to be a deal of concessions, regardless what happens on both adjacent. The question is how much on the left is going to get before Sony realizes they're not going to win this. And who knows, by the time they go to the table with Microsoft be like, yeah, we're going to give you what we offered you last time, minus this, and this.
Yeah, we got to see. Who knows what the terms are going to be the longer this goes, but yeah, we'll see.
$2 super chat from Flame. Good afternoon, gents. Did Sony snipe Suave Saul?
Yeah, they got him out of here. He was out of. He's too disrespectful on the handheld. He had Tom Henderson in here, and it's like that's it. Ridiculous. Anyway, are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, let's get into it. JosephStaten, y'all. JosephStaten, the legend, head of creative or Halo Infinite and cinematic director of the first 3 Halo games, is leaving Microsoft. This is according to IGN. In the article, they go on to say, Microsoft goes on to say, we're grateful for Joseph's contributions to the Halo franchise and Xbox as a whole. The statement, we wish him all the best in his new adventure. Staten himself took to Twitter saying, hey folks, I am indeed leaving Microsoft. I have more info to share soon, but for now, I'd just like to thank all my Xbox colleagues for all their understanding and support as I embark on a new adventure. So Staten has been known for being the one behind the Halo franchise, cinematic director on Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, and served as the lead writer on Destiny while with Bungie. So the resume is immense. He eventually left as Bungie for Microsoft and then served as a senior creative director, initially avoiding 343's Halo to focus on shaping franchise strategy for Microsoft Studio titles. After that, he returned for Halo Infinite to help as a consultant, and then he rejoined Xbox Publishing earlier this year. So that this is kind of a lifer, he's been there around. He's been through it. He's been up, down, around, and so on and so forth, and is now leaving. So thoughts on the legendary JosephStaten?
Let me get these 2 members real quick because they didn't show up later.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a 30-month member from Mike Askill Jr. Askill Jr. Happy Easter and UFC delivered. Then we got a 32 months from Big Mad Mo.
Yeah.
Happy Easter. Shout out to the Lords in the realm.
What's up? Salute, brother.
I mean, when it comes to like JosephStaten, I think it's like one of those scenarios. I do think there might be a little bit of like friction, a little bit of bad blood between Microsoft and Joseph, but I don't think it's like to the point where like there could never be a scenario where they work together in the future. Because I feel like if that was the case, after Halo Infinite, he just would have left. There's no going back. He would have just left. And I think that, he was unsure if he wanted to stay at Microsoft. That's why he just transferred to another portion of the company. And I think probably sat down. He just like, look, I did what I could. And, it's hard to tell what happened behind closed doors. Maybe Microsoft, maybe he fought for Halo Infinite in a lot of ways we don't know because we didn't see behind closed doors. And maybe he didn't get what he wanted in those kind of scenarios. And maybe he's just like, look, like, I want out. And dude's been there for how long? How many years?
It looks like
sometimes when people leave it,
17.
Sometimes when people leave, it's just they're burnt out. And I think, there is a little bit of friction between them, but I don't think it's enough where Microsoft hit them up way down the line when I think there's friction, but not enough that can't calm down. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you get friction, it's beef for life. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think this is beef for life because I feel like if it was that, he would have just left. Now, obviously, maybe the beef started after he left. Maybe he got some repercussions from what happened to Halo Infinite when he went to the other one. But we don't know because we don't have information on the matter. But I do think there is friction, but I don't think it's enough where, there's going to be like long-term beef between them. I think short-term, they're probably not going to have a lot of communication, but after enough time goes by, people calm down. I think there might be communication going on. Maybe there's no beef. I don't know. Maybe they just literally burn out and you want to go out. I don't think it's that. I do think there's some little bit of friction between them, but
Halo Infinite friction.
Yeah, a little bit. I think that it's like that salt dude with the gift. Like it's just a little bit.
All right, Lord King, the legendary JosephStaten leaving Xbox, but leaving Microsoft entirely.
Wasn't that the golden boy that was sitting on the couch and they called him and they was like, "Yo, come
sitting
on
the couch," who he called them and said,
"Hey," he said, "Yo, I can see
I
a
can see
joint
I
over
have a
there.
little problem.
Let me
Can
get
I
over
help?"
there and fix that."
Yeah,
Yeah,
this was during Craig
buckets.
phase.
Yeah, he was like, "Ooh, buckets."
Yeah.
He's like, he saw he get average. He saw the team was weak.
Yeah.
So
but no, keep in mind though, I don't want to take away from Staten. Like we have heard information that
Destiny
he did do a lot to Halo Infinite.
He
like
Drake it is. Yeah. He did Drake, but he just dropped the 21 Savage album, so nobody cares.
Wow.
So yeah, exactly. Like he had to come back and drop another album. So I feel like I heard he going to Bungie.
That's what you heard?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm not an NDA dude, so yeah, I heard he going to Bungie, so he'll be over there with Sony doing some stuff over there.
Oh, that's what you heard.
Okay. Yeah. And when that come out, y'all could be like, "Ooh,
King was right." Okay.
Yeah, King.
No, if that comes out, I'm gonna put on Twitter. Here is the NDA dude. It's gonna be picture you.
NDA dude King.
It's gonna be the one
NDA
with
dude breaking NDAs.
It's gonna be the one where you look like you're in the Assassin's Creed. You're the next protagonist, where you have like the little. I could probably do it here.
Yeah, the hoodie.
I can't.
It's ridiculous.
This is ridiculous. Continue.
It's just listen. You came over. You did your job. Fantastic. Like I said, he did Drake of this. You can drop bad albums here and there.
Okay.
This was just a bad album. It was a poor mix. He thought he can come in there and save a situation. And kudos to you. You probably did save it from whatever train wreck it was. And you got it to a workable. I mean, for me, the single player was lit. Then what I hear right now, and some of the multiplayer is dope. But thank you for your service. I'm not gonna go out on my shit with you like Bonnie Jones because I really don't care.
They called Bonnie just said come through, and that was part of the relationship. But,
well, I think he was forced on the situation. I think when Jordan calls and he wants to go to the Wizards, you don't say nah, we can't use them.
Of course.
So you're gonna let Jordan come over to the Wizards and. What happened when Jordan went to the Wizards? We all know the 45. He was getting games where he averaged, but it wasn't Jordan.
Right. But if he got y'all to the playoffs when y'all was looking flabby and sick, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not ishing on him.
Oh, okay. Because this does not sound like an exemplary.
No, I'm just saying
this does not sound like I am happy that this man.
I'm indifferent.
Okay.
And I guess the worst thing in life for you to be indifferent about something, it doesn't. I'm not playing Halo. Halo to me right now is dead, right? And it's dead in the sense that you told me the single player Halo Infinite will evolve.
Right.
You told me that you'll be able to drop things down in it. I haven't got anything from the initial release. Like I haven't got any story drops, anything, any DLC, nothing for this thing.
But it's like been mini little.
Nah, not for the story, not for
some mini little side questy.
Yeah, the hell with that. I wouldn't know. They didn't make a big thing about it.
Right.
The only thing I heard about is the multiplayer, and y'all got Forge out. Y'all finished the game that y'all was supposed to release. He did a great job getting y'all to the finish line. Godspeed in your next endeavors.
Okay, no, fair enough. Look, just looking at his resume, man, and for me, this is big for me. This is obviously I'm a Destiny fan. This is one of the writers of Destiny, but even before that, writer, director of cinematics, Halo Combat Evolved. I mean, he's a Bungie lifer. He's been there even before that with Oni, Metu. Then there was supposed to be a Halo movie with Peter Jackson. Remember Peter Jackson from Lord of the Rings and all that? So, he was a creative director on that. Then he's a tremendous writer. He wrote Halo 3. He wrote Halo Reach. Author of Contact Harvest. He wrote Addict's Halo Wars. He's a big fan. Halo 3 OST. Co-corrective director of Destiny. This resume is insane. You know what I mean? Obviously, got off the couch, helped with, he was a senior creative director at Microsoft. And then from there, got off the couch and kind of helped when he heard the Infinite thing was where it was at. And, looked like they could provide his services. So he's going to have a tremendous respect for me. My whole thing is, whatever state Halo was in prior would be very interesting to me to find out, because there were some things we heard that he, again, in a consultant role, the game's pretty much already has what their core vision is, but course correction and then having the cachet to be like, look, we need the delay. I thought that was big, at the time to delay it. And I feel he was part responsible of that. So, obviously we know the story. The issue ended up being the lack of consistent content for the live service model, which is the real issue. So the vibe I got was it was all hands on deck just to get it out the door in a workable state. To Addict's point, I don't know if there's bad blood because obviously the Infinite thing ended badly as far as internally. People, obviously Bonnie and people were fired and stuff like that. He then goes from talking about, hey, we got more content coming, and it felt like story content. It felt like they might do this endless thing, which I was super excited for.
I wanted to see.
Yeah, that's what I wanted because I didn't want to wait. There was a part of me, the part of me that liked Infinite from a live service model was the fact that I wouldn't have to wait 4 or 5 years to continue Master Chief's story. Yeah. Like I wanted to continue. Hey, let's do this. Let's find out what happened with Locke. Let's find Destiny out. Yeah, I thought we were going there. So I'm like, okay. Then they don't have the content to do it, and now the person who I think might be responsible for good writing and good narrative and good story, which is him, now leaves. I'm like, so now is it going to be just multiplayer only level drops?
Yeah.
And it seems maybe that's the case. And it seems that, the Battle Royale, I'm just hoping that we get more story content. I don't have to wait for Halo 7, what I'm saying, kind of thing. But we'll see. So, look, legend in the game. I'm very curious to see where he goes, what the project is, according to King. And I'm interested to see if he goes back there to Bungie. That would be interesting. Or if he does what I'm seeing a lot of people do now, which is start their own project. Some people get the bag. It's like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna
go over there with Matter.
Yeah, start your own joint. So salute to the legend. I know more information will come out. We will see.
See you at Bungie.
That's King out there, but salute to Joe.
It wouldn't surprise me if you showed up at Bungie, though.
I mean, we'll see. They may need his creative expertise. I mean, they are doing PvP stuff. We shall see. I am very curious to see where he goes. But anyway, that's what I got. Super chats Addict for the final topic.
We got a $10 super chat. I'm not even going to attempt, man. You got a $10 super chat from anonymous source.
Oh my God!
Wow!
Yeah, you one of you are
D-Harm Thread, that guy.
Yes, D-Harm Thread. There you go. Call safety because I wasn't doing it. It's a beautiful morning listening to the podcast. 90 on the freeway, help me. Sony about to sound just screaming at the in the truck. In the trunk. Oh, he's in the trunk.
Oh, he's in the trunk.
The deal is going through. Then we got a
hilarious.
It doesn't look like he joined, but Cedric H has been a member for 33 months.
Salute to the legendary.
Appreciate him, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, salute to the legendary Cedric H. We good?
Yes, we good.
All right. Easter Sunday. Getting to the last topic, man. Rise, Son of Rome. Addict, this is your topic. You want me to set it up or you good?
Yeah, you can set it up.
I mean, it's really straightforward. Shout out to Crytek. The Crytek Twitter account a couple days ago, not that long ago, put up a tweet with a picture of one of the greatest 900p games of all time, Rise, Son of Rome. You know what I'm saying? It got Mario. Said it says a question to the realm. What fond memories do you have of Rise, Son of Rome and the journey of Marius Titus? So this set Twitter in a frenzy. Why are they asking about this? Sequel must be going on. What's the deal? So we've been hearing these off and on, but this is the first time Crytek has been outside with a tweet talking about Rise, Son of Rome. What's your memories of it? What you like? Addict, this your topic. Let's go.
Yeah, it's interesting because Rise was one of the fan favorites for the original Xbox One. Woo. The big bulky one that came out in 2013.
Shout out to the VCR.
And I feel like 2014. I feel like Rise was this big, and
the kid's like, yeah, Rise to the road, woo!
Yeah,
woo,
it's
Rise.
Easter.
That's
turn up.
About.
Somebody
turn
get
up.
the candy.
Turn up.
Rise,
got the candy.
Yeah,
Easter
Rise
turn
is
up.
this big, and I'm just sitting here thinking, what is this going to be a multiplayer? Like, look, most likely it's going to be a multiplayer if this is true, and I think it's true because there's been countless spotting of Rise. Like, explain to me how when you show, because for a while, every time Crytek has showed the job listings of their company, Rise is the art that they use for it.
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Look. Rise is like kind of a mid-sized big game, but it's not bigger than Crisis. Crisis is the promotion that should be on there. It's like they're teasing something, and to me, there's no reason to put that on there because they make another game like a multiplayer game. I can't remember what it's called. Someone in the chat put it in there. I know you guys know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna say what's in there. So to me, there's all this other art.
I think
Hunt Showdown, yeah. There's all this other artwork that you can use. Why use Rise? And to me, if this is out there and it is becoming out, part of me is like, Microsoft, I don't care what you got to do. You got to make sure that's a timed exclusive or full-blown so,
what about this?
Cog, imagine if that pops up on the PlayStation showcase and they bought that
They bought the exclusive rights to Rise too. Yo, that would be crazy.
The perception and how bad.
Yeah, and Sony known for that because they did that with the Star Wars. They did that with Sony could do that. Sony could do that.
So tell me how bad it's going to be if they come out this next show and they show Sunset Overdrive 2 and they show Rise to the Road.
That'd be crazy. They coming for Xbox with a heart right there. It's possible. It's possible. Let's get King on. Let's add it. Get not finished. It was good.
It's just when it comes down to it, man. Even if it's a multiplayer, hell, even if it's a PlayStation exclusive, I'll be happy to see a Rise 2. I'm playing it regardless where it's at. I would prefer it to be on Xbox, but regardless where it's at, I'm still playing.
Yeah, Crytek does, I believe, own the IP, so that they have control of it. King, we was there. Midnight launches, Xbox One. There was a certain Centurions! Fire the archers!
That was I think they looked at that game and was like, God of War can be in this vein or whatever. Because they wanted to probably make their own Rise type game. I don't care, to be honest with you. I've been hearing about this for years. I've been hearing about this since like 2 years after Rise came out. And Microsoft needs to do this, Microsoft needs to do that. Something's up with that company. I don't even know how they stay in business.
There was a scandal. There was a scandal about people not getting paid. We did hear the rumors that that they do own the IP. We heard there was going to be a sequel, but then nothing ever happened.
Yeah, that's when Microsoft realized. I think honestly, it was them that more than any other company made them realize owning your own IPs and not being beholden to a company is made them go out and get into this acquisition fever, because when your biggest game that you had visually is owned by Crytek, and then you go to Crytek to try to negotiate for the next one, and Crytek is like, nah, we don't really want to work right now, B. And you're like, but we want to get the game out in a timely fashion, and we feel that we work well. Yeah, right now is not a good time. Could you call me back like in the next 4 to 5 years? And Microsoft realized then they need to own their own stuff. So
I feel you on that.
But I just let the game come out.
Yeah. I feel you on that, but I do feel like this is one of those games that it would be so much beneficial to the Xbox brand to go out there and correct some of the mistakes they made in the Xbox One generation.
Is that?
I mean, just not. You can argue that the reason they don't have any nurturing IPs that came from the Xbox One is because they didn't attempt to. Like you had so many brands that just didn't do anything after their initial sequel.
So you think it's smart for Microsoft to go to these dudes that they still won't own the IP and say, I'm gonna send you a boatload of cash just to make sure that the IP stays here for 6 months? No. Send your IP someplace else. I don't care. As long as I get a chance to have the IP run over here, let it run over there too. Have a good time. Put it everywhere.
We're not going to give you no money to lock it down. I get what you're saying, but the problem is PlayStation got no problem doing that.
We don't care about PlayStation. PlayStation is putting out secret handhelds.
Here's the thing, though. You don't care. You don't care. The key point.
The fan base don't care either.
I care that I'm not getting Final Fantasy. I care that I'm not getting.
No, you don't care. Did you play Final Fantasy?
Oh my God, that's not the point.
No, wait, time out. Did you play Final Fantasy?
Which one?
The remake.
Yeah, I still care it's not on the platform. Right? Just because I played it doesn't mean I don't care it's not on the platform.
Check out 10 Toes Down. Check out 10 Toes Down. Check out 10 Toes Down. You can't cry, you played it. I can cry. I didn't play it at all. It's over there, and I don't trust your business practices. I'm not giving you no money. So until you show up where I want you to be, then I'll
the money for God of War, though. What happened to that?
You said what?
You gave the money for God of War. If you don't
That's
trust
on their platform, I know it ain't coming to Xbox. Like, what sense did you just make right now? You said a third-party game versus a first-party game.
Here we go.
No. When you talk about business practices, how are you going to cherry pick what you support and what you not?
How you going to sit there and be
Here we go
for something that you played?
Here we go.
How you going to sit there and cry about something that you played? You played it. So it didn't matter to you. You didn't care about crossing the street at all. You was like, yo, I'm going to cross.
Oh, my God. No, because I want to play the game I want to play, but I'm still calling
you. I want to play it. You think I don't want to play it?
Egg.
Listen, you don't think I want to play it? Sony don't care if I
go play it.
You brought it.
What's stopping you? What's stopping you?
What's stopping me?
Yeah, what's stopping you?
Principles.
Principles.
Listen,
principles
and I downloaded it.
To anything you want to play.
I don't even know what y'all arguing.
I can't bring myself to go. Yeah, I just can't. Not yet. I don't know.
But if it was that hot fire game, if they made Tekken, the next Tekken right now, PlayStation exclusive.
Still talking about third-party games.
I know for a fact you would break that to go play that over there.
Okay, so basically, what are we arguing? We're arguing that
I have no idea.
I don't know what we are. So we arguing that Rise.
So what are you arguing then, King, if you don't even know what you're arguing about? If Rise
is multi-plat, that Xbox. So wait, if PlayStation, if PlayStation, if there's a Rise 2 and PlayStation pays for exclusivity, then that's what you're saying, Addict, that's a bad look.
He's saying I'm saying that because of the Xbox One generation, and there's so much hype going into Rise, and there's so many people that love Rise on the Xbox brand. I'm saying that it would be a good look if they got that like a timed exclusive. King says it doesn't matter.
Right.
Like,
you know why it don't matter? Did it sell millions when it was on Xbox?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, how many?
I don't know if it sold that way.
Yeah, listen, so this is the thing.
I don't know.
It was a launch title. Hard to believe it didn't sell millions.
All right, check it out. So, all right, so this game didn't set the world on fire.
Right.
This game came out. So you look over there for a game that didn't set the world on fire, that is probably 10, 15 years removed, that the dudes that care about it is either gone to do something else or the fraction of that base is there. The zeitgeist is over. Now, the game is going to come out. It's going to do well.
I'm just saying.
Why give them money to lock it down to your console? If they want to go multi-plat, do so.
But here's the thing. We can't sit there and say when they go months and months without any content, and we say they need to back the truck up and get some of these timed exclusives. But then when I say, yo, you need to get Rise because it's a legacy thing. You need to have that on your platform. Right. Oh, why are you giving them money?
No, but
remember the last year when they had nothing.
Let me.
We were saying they did.
But let me ask you this. Addict. What about the fact that it is going? If the rumors are true, that it's supposed to be multi-platform, and I know I thought we were leaving it early too, which I want to argue. So, the fact that it exists on Xbox is not enough for you. You're saying that they should pay for a timed exclusive.
I don't care. I don't care if it goes left or right. I'm just saying, perception-wise, and it would be nice if they took the initiative to get that on their platform.
All right, so let me meet you both halfway. What if they don't do the time exclusive? What if it is? That's what I'm saying. What if it's a Game Pass deal and it's on PlayStation, but it's day one Game Pass?
That's better than having nothing. But I do get to the point where it's like they have no problem paying for these Game Pass timed exclusives on the platform, and it's just like, look, one of the reasons that your competition is doing so well is because they got no problem going to Square Enix and say we want this on our stuff only. They got no. To me, just being on Game Pass isn't relevant enough unless it's on certain things.
But
the show makes sense because that's a big thing. I can understand that being it. But at the same time, your competition's going out there and locking down whole brands to their platform.
But now, in fairness to Dee's point, their whole model is Game Pass to get people into the subscription service. And when they have tried to lock down exclusive titles like a Rise of the Tomb Raider, right? People said, you shouldn't be doing that, and we're not supporting that until the timed exclusive is over. We're waiting for the PlayStation version. So when they have tried it, it hasn't necessarily worked to their advantage.
I feel you, but I feel like one of the reasons that people don't accept when they do it is because they don't do it often anymore. Like the reason people have accepted PlayStation doing it at this point is because it's at this point just what they do.
And they're the market leader. I
feel you on that, but people don't like them buying Call of Duty and Activision. So, like, to me, just because Twitter in that small minority of people don't like it, don't mean you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, I don't think the 10% or the 5% of the people that you think care about this game being locked down to the Xbox console matter. I'm being real with you. The casual don't really give a hell. If you game over here, you game over, you play it. If it's going in Game Pass, let it go in Game Pass. It's a game. All right, so it's not tied to the Xbox brand. When Xbox was trying to negotiate and trying to buy this game, they didn't want to sell.
Right.
So now you think you're gonna go over there for a chick that don't want to mess with you.
I feel you, but
you think you're gonna go back over there and tell her, nah, hold on. You think you're gonna go back over there and tell her, yo, listen, so let's date exclusively for 6 months, and then you're gonna go over. No, I'm not giving you no bread. You didn't want to mess with me back then when you mess with me.
Here's what I'm looking
on my
at.
platform. You did not go over there to the other platform. So it only made sense for you to mess with me again. And then you didn't. And it was all these excuses and it's all this stuff. Hey, how about we buy a studio? Nah. How about we buy the IP? Nah. So now the game is going to come out and it's going to be on multi-plat. That means you wanted to go multi-plat from the beginning. You regretted the fact that you dated me solo to begin with. So now the fact that you regretted that you dated me solo, you want to be for the streets. I'm not going over there trying to put a ring on your finger for 6 months.
For the streets.
Here's the thing.
Good.
You look at something like Rise and Rome, looks like it's going to be multi-plat. Look at something like, Alan Wake 2. Original was an Xbox exclusive. Multi-plat. You look at something like Star Wars Knights of the Republic, going to be a play. Was an Xbox exclusive. Now it's a PlayStation exclusive. To me, it's not about whether or not one of these games. It's about games that was originated on the Xbox platform. Microsoft isn't trying to pursue, but PlayStation has no problem pursuing. There is literally a realm where you can have a PlayStation showcase where they show Sunset Overdrive 2, Rise of the Road 2, and it's all marketed or exclusive to them.
Let me jump in.
Because then it's looking like you're sitting there having these games, you're having these showcases, and these fans that play these games on other platforms are gonna be like, it's either your stuff is marketed on mine or it's mine.
I feel you. And this is where I'm with you and King. Because the Xbox One generation proved that they don't have ownership.
There you go.
They learned the hard reality that you can't control where that chick go. She gonna do whatever she gonna do. So I'm with you. It looks horrible when you see it from an Xbox optics perspective. And it looks terrible that Alan Wake over there. This one, Mass Effect, is now over there. They had all these underneath their roof at one point, right? You're right. Look, I'm gonna jump in. This is fun. Y'all made the show long. I was trying to go quick. I thought it was it's y'all. Y'all was arguing, but this is fun. So look, greatest 900p game of all time. Let's be clear, right? I want to give Crytek their flowers. I know we going hard on them. The Cry engine at that time, what they were doing at that time on a gimped Xbox One that was still utilizing the Kinect. Remember, y'all, the Kinect was still bundled in that launch that was taking that 10% of power that they eventually was able to remove and to get games to try to be 1080p or whatever. These dudes was magicians. They was doing the Lord's work. I will never forget that trailer at the Xbox One showcase. Forget about the other stuff with the TV. I'm talking about the game showcase. I still, on this day, feel the Xbox One launch lineup was superior to the PlayStation 4 lineup. They had Rise of the Run that looked like the greatest thing I've ever seen. You talk about Quantum Break kind of in the window. You talk about Sunset Overdrive kind of into the window. Killer Instinct, Forza, then a Titanfall 1 kind of into that first year of Xbox One. And the reason why I go so hard for hashtag just one is because Rise was a hashtag just one.
Yeah.
Quantum Break was a hashtag just one. It was a new IP, new character, new generation experience. I'm with you at it. It saddened me that we ain't get no Rise 2. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, why is that? Then I found out, they don't control the IP. Damn, y'all.
That's
you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, y'all don't own that. And to me, that birthed Phil into 2018, which is, you know what? We can't go through this again. You know what? Here, Ninja Theory, Compulsion Games, Mojang, Playground Games, Turn 10. You know what?
Call of Duty, all that.
You're funny. But
because when they lost that too, it was all of that stuff that they.
But that's their fault on Call of Duty, though. They let that license run out.
The thing, though, when it comes to this is like, I'm not saying, go out there and snatch this, go out there and snatch that. I'm saying, like, do what PlayStation does. Still nurture your studios, but if the game makes sense, go out there and get it.
But all right, Addict, if they remember, you acted as if two people have to agree. You can sit there. I get the money. I want to give you this, but if she want to be for the streets,
I'm saying from the perspective they haven't done it. Like if they have done it, I don't know.
We don't
That's
know.
one. But I'm talking from the perspective they haven't done it,
right?
Because I don't know what they've done.
Right.
I'm just saying if they haven't went out there, I feel like that's a mistake.
The rumors are that they have tried to negotiate a Rise 2 for a long time. Since the days we had Kiss Move talk about this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the rumors are they have. But if you don't own it, there's only so much negotiation you could do if she want to be for the streets. If she don't want to deal with you. If she sit there and say, yo, the numbers on that launch was not what we thought. After all this effort we made on this greatest looking down MPK, and y'all, so I'm just making.
You guys need to calm down about me being heated in the chat.
No, this is he not bad like that. No, stop. This is just
like
regular stuff, y'all.
It's ridiculous.
Nah,
like,
he good.
I can be heated and show you straight out of the chat if you want.
He about to open their head. No, we good. This is regular stuff. This is how the Lords argue. Everybody's good. Don't worry about this. So at the end of the day, like they learned that, and it's like, yo, they ain't gonna rock with us, so I don't care what you do, kind of energy, kind of thing. Then it's like, okay, it's gonna be multiply. Now, this is what I'm with you. I would, at minimum, would like to see them offer the Game Pass back if they take it, because at least even if it's multi-plat, it almost feels like it's for free. You know what I'm saying? Right. Over on then. That to me is the happy.
I think it's just I don't even care, to be honest with you. I think it would look for a good perception wise. Like you have a show and it's like, what? They low key going out there and they're like, look, we know the Xbox One generation was a letdown to a lot of people. We're going to let you off with this Rise on Rome 2 exclusively on our platform. Like it don't even have to be everything, man. I would only, it's not like I'm saying go out there and get everything. I'm saying that Rise on Rome 2 has a lot of meaning to a lot of people.
Of course. Listen,
I
am with you. It means a lot. Like you tell me we go watch the showcase this week. And at the end, you see the sword and the shield, and you hear doom, doom, da, da, doom, and you see Rise to the Xbox. Tears grow man eyes. Tears grow man eyes. They be like, yes, he's here.
I can already see the articles from IG and stuff.
Centurions
me from the Xbox One generation. Like,
look, I'm with you. Both of y'all are right. Both things can exist. You could be right on how it means to the Xbox thing, but King could be right in the sense that, if they be like, it's still coming, but it's Game Pass. We got y'all. We got the, exclusive Game Pass deal. It's going to be on our platform, and we wanted it for you guys. Both can still coexist. The last thing I was just going to say, this is what I want because I didn't get my balls off because y'all was fighting. Look, the QTE, we understand. But you got to be real combat this time, fam. You got to be real combat this time. Yeah. You got to God of War this. You got to, whatever. Because the combat was fire. Now, with King, though, I want the QTE as like boss finishes, like Kratos' old God of War. When you finishing things.
It'd be everyone.
But not everybody. I don't want the Tom, Dick, and Joe dude, the regular Calvin dude. Every Calvin dude got a QTE. No. We need to cut them up.
Or like certain situations you can QTE. Like, how when you fight like big bosses in God of War, they let you see QTE them.
They can do it like Sifu.
Yes. Big moments, only big moments, and not only the epic type joints. I want that.
These people are ridiculous. Don't kick us out. Addict is the most manly man and powerful man ever. No, I'm not kicking you out, guys. Relax.
You know what I'm saying? So I want that. As far as the remember, people forget this joint had co-op. The co-op, I want to see it was very underrated. And the story was dope. We learned about the Damocles, the dark era, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The Republic vibe. So look, hopefully I think these rumors are true. I'm not even gonna hold you. I think this is really true. There's too much smoke for it to be fire. I'm pulling for it. And then the last thing, which is Solve's topic. Anybody saw the ID at Xbox showcase? Just real quick. No one saw it. Did you? Okay, so I saw it. For me, the last thing I had, I want to shout out Last Case of Benedict Fox. It looked really good again.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I actually sent them an interview.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, I sent them an email about an interview that I'm trying to do with the writers.
Yeah,
I never got back to them because it was at PAX when they got to me.
Oh, yeah. I saw that PAX West. It looked phenomenal, so I saw that. And then y'all Vampire Survivors, King, new DLC.
Oh my
looking
God.
really good.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Look at it, it's
I can't wait for that. That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, new J like that. I mean, the rest of the other games really wasn't for me. The games that I was looking for was Planet Lana and Replaced. It wasn't there. But look, shout out to ID and Xbox teams that people
Still working.
They're still working. They're still doing their thing, and they really have done their job on the indie scene.
Yeah, when the PlayStation used y'all, threw y'all to the bushes. Microsoft, because remember that PlayStation 4 didn't have
Indie station.
They was the indie station. Y'all, everything indie. We over here, we love you indies. Soon as they got that AAA banger, that one AAA banger, they changed your passcode. You couldn't get in the building.
Oh my God, they still had the indies. They still got. I mean, Seafood. They what it is. They pick the right indies to make exclusive.
Yeah, now they choosy.
They choosy with it.
Now it's a line in the club when you get there. You like, oh, it's a bouncer. What the hell? This club is. We always walk in this club. Now it's a bouncer in the front, checking wristbands. Wait a second, wristband. Like, yeah, you gotta wait a little.
Oh my God!
Is those sneakers you got on? Oh, okay.
You are ridiculous. Anyway,
the dress code now for the club.
So that's all I got on this Easter Sunday. You want me to get to the poll, or what you want me to do? Or you want to do some chat? Okay, so shout out to everybody in the community. So with the news and rumors, all these new handhelds emerging, which of these has you the most excited? A, the Asus ROG Ally, the Steam Deck killer. B, King's voting. King's PS5 remote play handheld. You don't clap. Okay, cool. We ain't gonna clap. C, for Addict, a new Switch, potentially Pro. Or D, I don't care. I need this Xbox handheld or else. Those are the choices. Oh, shout out to Tom Henderson, the $200 queue. Like, I feel it. Here in the chat.
I love you, bro. I cannot wait though. Slide that to me. Slide that to me.
Those are the choices. And this time I will remember to put the poll up. So apologies. That was an L-long cog last week. We had all these technical issues that I was trying to figure out. So we got it sorted out. But appreciate y'all in the realm. Addict, want to get this super chat. What's wrong with your face, bro? Why you got that face?
Yeah, let me look at all these. Mm-hmm. I don't know if we had one.
Okay, just double check, make sure.
It turned out. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, so we have people complaining about me.
Yes, let's go. Let's read those.
All right, let me. All right, let me look at these. All right, so the last one we read. Okay, so we got a $2 super chat with $5 super chat from Black Ronin.
What'd he say?
Okay, no, he got that one. $5 super chat from Max. If you flip the script, no, we got that one too.
Okay.
And then we got the $5 super chat from Black Ronin. Sony will be mad if it becomes the. Okay, hold on. I gotta be behind on this.
Just pull them up.
Because like the super chats, the thing is weird because like if you don't refresh, it doesn't show me the newer stuff.
This is where we would definitely miss our soft.
All right, there we go.
All right, let's go.
Because what he does is he copies them.
He copies them down. Yeah.
Oh man, a lot of people actually super chatted.
Let's go.
Addict is right.
Let's get him.
Flip the script. Okay, yeah, $10 super chat from Max. Sony trying to regulators with not being able to survive if the deal goes through, which we would know true. Okay, I read that. Hargy Shani, I read that. $2 super $10 super chat from It's a Beautiful Thing listening to. No, I read that. And then $2 super chat from Spartan Ghost. Halo been mad, none but L's. Goodbye to that dude. Okay. And then we got a $5 super chat from Rezio. Hold on, let's be honest. Xbox turned down KOTOR remake. We can't blame people without evidence.
That's
it's not
right.
blaming people without evidence. I'm just going off the information I have, which is none. Regardless how you guys feel about that, that's fine. It's just I'm telling you off the information that I have. I think it would be a very big disappointment if they didn't reach out to them.
Okay.
Okay, so that's all. Did we get any merchandise?
No, I didn't see any joint. Do me a favor, put the one of the shirts in, plug that in right quick. You know how you did with the little alert joint, so they could see the joint, so they could plug it at the bottom of the episode. Remember you did that last time?
My computer always be like,
oh, don't worry about it. If you can't, you can't. Don't worry about it. But look, wrapping this up, man. Again, appreciate y'all on the Easter Sunday. A little shorter show than normal, I know. But people gotta take care of things today and solve. You know, we had to send our love to solve. He had to go spend time with the family. But look, we appreciate y'all in the room.
Send your love to Solve.
He wasn't feeling well. Again, appreciate y'all. Shout out to the legendary Tom Henderson pulling up. I never seen Tom Henderson on podcast, so very honored to have him in the realm, and we will have him back. We're talking about
when he do the unboxing for me.
The unboxing for you when the Q Light release on the price.
Thanks, Tom.
No doubt, so we do, and then we'll give him the royal treatment. Also, we'll get that going. So, Lord Attic, where can the people find you? What you got going on, sir?
You can find me on Twitter at Lord Addict IOP. You can find me on YouTube at Gaming Addict. Going to be streaming Zelda tomorrow, Ocarina of Time. I'm going to do like some streaming for the rest of the month going into, Tears of the Kingdom. I'm really hoping that game is going to blow my socks off. Currently I have socks on, so I hope it blows them off.
Oh, that's extra.
I don't want just socks blowing.
I do. I want that game like that, man. I want it like that.
Want that game.
And then, I'm going to play through all of Ocarina of Time. I think Majora's Mask. I've only beat Majora's Mask twice in my entire life. I don't remember much of anything. So it's going to be interesting going through that game again because I have almost zero knowledge at this point. Like certain things go, a certain amount of time goes by, you just don't remember nothing. Like you watch a movie, you ain't seen in like 15 years, you don't remember nothing about the movie. So I'm excited to play that. Unfortunately, nothing else is on there. Or I'd play like Wind Waker and stuff. But tomorrow, probably around noonish, I'm going to play Zelda Ocarina of Time on my YouTube channel, Gaming Addict. I hope you guys come through. You can keep your shoes on. Because I know King over there want you guys' shoes on. I don't think we got to be that intimate.
He went Crocs.
But
what's going on?
Y'all know what he doing.
But I appreciate everyone coming through, and we had up to like 750 people in here.
Yes.
We come through every week. I'm glad you guys really enjoyed. Now, next week, like I said, we have a very big show for you guys. Don't forget that. I hope you guys enjoy next week. We're gonna have a pretty killer show. There's my link to my YouTube channel in the description. Tomorrow, 12 p.m. I will be starting to play Ocarina of Time.
No doubt. Salute. Lord King, where can people find you? What you got going on?
You can find me on Twitter, King David OTW. Same one for my Xbox gamer tag.
I forgot PlayStation game. I want to know.
I think it's
what you on PlayStation.
I think it's Xbox Game Pass Lover. something crazy because I had to change my joint. Sony got me, they got me because it was Xbox 360 Lover 01, and they got me, so I had to change my joint. But it's like Xbox Game Pass Lover. You're not gonna stop me, Sony. I'm gonna keep doing what I do.
So your Xbox Game Pass Lover over there. You owe one over there, or just Xbox Game Pass?
I got to double check, but I'm gonna post that on Twitter so y'all can check that out.
Yeah, I want to
connect with the Lord. Yeah. Holla at your boy because I ain't got no friends. Nobody like me. That ecosystem whack. Anyway, follow me and Addict or R&R with the Lords on Tuesday. Where we're gonna talk about A Knock at the Cabin.
I still gotta watch that.
Yeah, you do. So get on that. Knock at the Cabin. Mario.
It's a me.
And what else? It was something else. I know I gotta watch The Mandalorian today.
Ooh.
But yeah. Other than that, I know y'all enjoying the Star Wars stuff for the past couple of days. Star Wars was lit. That was the great stuff that was going on over there. A lot of information came out. I know a lot of you guys was disappointed.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. But listen, go see Mario if you didn't see Mario. Oh, Cocaine Bear is coming to Peacock. So if you didn't get a chance to see Cocaine Bear in the movies, go check it out when it lands on Peacock. Peacock is the place to see all your slasher films. This is the dopest slasher film that doesn't care about pushing an agenda. It's just crazy good.
No doubt. Salute to everybody in the room. We get a Dragon Heart Yobi, member for 21 months. He said, Lord Gold, peace, love, and life. Keep up the great work. It is always mad love. Hey, King, I appreciate your mans. What's the ETO and the King of Statues podcast? Peace, King.
Oh, that's coming soon. Also, everybody, your Valori pillows should be landing in your home. A lot of people have been posting that they got their pillows on socials. Yes. So check your emails for everybody that supported and they got out there. And if you came to PAX and you got a chance to see the pillows in person, y'all know what it is. So definitely listen to everybody that
post
got
the
them and their
pillows.
feedback.
Post it on Twitter, man. Post the pillows.
Post them pillows.
Show us that pillow love. Post
Yeah,
the
shout-
pillows. Be sure you tag us all and tag Valari. Don't forget to tag
tag
Valari.
Valari.
Too.
Tag at the Valari. I'm putting the link in there for anybody who missed out. You know what I mean? The link. I'm putting the link up in the description and all that. But yeah, use code LORD15, get that 15% off. We're seeing the pillows in the wild. I saw Kid Smooth. I saw Fame 2K. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people getting them now. So
108 Dragon.
108. Oh, shout out to 108.
Yeah,
Had an amazing video.
I know hip hop has his.
Shout out to Boom. You know what I'm saying? So we're starting to see people that popping up in a while. So put that Valari up if it came through. Go check that out. Let us know what you think. And yeah, for me, you already know LordCognito. Yo, like Addict said, next week, the big one, episode 300. 300 episodes of IOP. We're very excited about that. Should be a fun and a big show. So
and I retire after next week. 300, you know, when we first started this, the contract I gave to Cogs at 300.
Listen, man, we gotta see what we're gonna do with an extension or not. But anyway, look, enjoy your Easter. And again, appreciate y'all here on an Easter Sunday. This was love. We up out of here. Anything else, boys? What we got?
I am sending you guys over there to Wandering Dutch. Go over there,
Dutch.
show them some love.
Yeah, definitely
Go in there, man. Put in that chat. Spam that chat with IOP sent you. And I appreciate everyone for you guys doing it.
That's it. And then on that note, we up out of here. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you.